Did you hit something?
I did. I didn't hit something else. I didn't have something prepared. As always,
Aren't we the best?
we are the super titties of
Stop it. You've
of
made me mad twice
podcasting.
now already.
Super titties of MMA.
So that's a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
That's how we start a show.
Yeah. What? It could all be avoided if we all didn't have the technical competency of like 80-year-olds. I know who the Miz is. That's only because he played in the celebrity softball games at All-Star Weekend. That's the only reason I know who the Miz is. Also, sexual deviant, the guy who threw shoes in Austin Powers. Didn't that guy did something?
Oh yeah,
women?
he was the one that got punched by the mullet guy in the dick, right?
In the dick,
UFC 3?
Yeah, in the dick.
Okay.
Let's get this over with, because I gave up on sports since Sunday. I haven't been watching any sports. I don't like sports anymore. Sports are dumb.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Ah!
What do you want?
The world, sir. Damn flirkins. These fucking cats. I'm on Team Skrull when it comes to flirkins. They're creepy and I don't like them. I can't wait to see a scene in Secret Invasion when an army of flirkins comes at a bunch of Skrulls. Like, I think that should be a thing. If they don't do that, they're missing out on comedy gold. It's a great callback.
You are a terrible fucking sports fan.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You don't give a shit about a team until they beat your friend's team, and you want your friends to feel like shit.
No!
Because you're a terrible fucking sports fan. That's exactly what you're doing. You want to troll people and make them feel fucking shitty because the team you don't actually care for beat a team that we actually care about. So fuck you, Ray. Fuck you before you even fucking say everything.
Well.
Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense.
Where we're seeing each other, we're going at it, we're here.
The beginning of your sentence was cut off because your mic wasn't on. That's weird that like your mic doesn't pop on right away. Mine does. Again,
it's got to be my laptop, dude.
It has to be. I still think it's StreamYard knowing what's good for us.
That may actually be very true. I have this one. I'm gonna get reset and put like an operating system on it and shit. So,
okay.
See what happens. Yeah, because I just need to stop using this thing. This is like I'm gonna go to Geek Squad, get it all factory reset, and just restart everything. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Ray. You know, all day I was excited to do this show, and as soon as I got on and started talking to you, I was kind of like, "Fuck this shit."
I know.
No, I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, I'll get over it here in a minute, but like, I'm like, why do I was excited, and then I started. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know if it was you, or if it's
probably me.
If I don't know. I mean, you didn't really do anything other than you fucked the name up. I told you that, but it's supposed to be knuckle balls deep. It's fine. Whatever. I'm over it. But I don't know. Also, today you did make me laugh a little bit. It's a little bit adorable how you don't know anything about music, and it's funny because you wanted me to record you something, and you're like, "Oh, I'll put it." You said you're going to put it with the karaoke version, but it didn't make any sense because that's not how things work. You can't just ask me to blindly sing something a cappella, and you're going to be able to make it magically fit with the. That's not how things work.
Aren't you a choir boy? Aren't you supposed to figure the pitch out and send it to me? That way I can just cut it up.
That song just randomly? No.
It's her boyfriend. He don't know.
You're not in the Ray. You're also not in the right key. Like new.
I know. I don't have. I'm not trying to go for key. I don't have rhythm.
It doesn't matter if it's not in the right key. It won't sound well.
I'm not expecting it to be a fucking I'm making a 10-second intro video.
Right. It will sound unlistenable. Like not just not perfect, but if you have a song in one key and someone singing it in another key, it's unlistenable. You ever hear a tone deaf person sing at karaoke? It makes you want to kill yourself.
I'm that guy. So.
No, you're not tone deaf. There's a difference. There's a difference between not being able to sing and being tone deaf. There's a difference. You can tell when you can match pitch and get on key. Doesn't matter. It sounds good, but at least it's on key. There's a difference. If you try to put someone singing in one key to a music with another key, it sounds like a complete train wreck and it's unlistenable.
Do you just want me to send you the video so you can?
Yeah, my thing is, the point is just, there's a better way to do this, and it was definitely not your idea on how to do it.
I was just gonna mix it in Audacity on my computer.
Like now, if you told me, if you at least found out what the song was in, key wise, and told me that I could have figured it out. I have a keyboard. I could have. But even in rhythm, or I could have listened to it in my headset and sang over it. It's like there's a bunch of different ways we could have done this. But
True.
The way you did it, I thought you were just going to do it a cappella. But when you told me what you were going to do, I'm like, that's not going to work. It doesn't work.
Why? It's because the video is going to be the thing. I'm going to put a clip of Jose Canseco.
Just do it a cappella.
BP.
Just do it a cappella. That's better.
A blue hoe. I was actually going to get I'm going to get National Geographic.
Presbyterian blue hose. That's what the blue hoe is.
But still, I'm gonna get a video of a blue hoe, and I'm gonna make a video for you because I've already made one for fucking Pulse, and I'm working on our intro as we speak. So
isn't Pulse supposed to be doing? Isn't that what we don't pay Pulse for?
I know, but like it
hey, listen, I'm happy you're doing something. I'm not complaining, really.
I gotta be more creative, man.
I know you doing stuff. Same with me, is few and far between. So when you start doing it, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah,
but
I'll teach Pulse down the line, but I want this to be a personal project of mine.
I think he could figure out how to make an intro. I mean, Thomas did it.
On Canva, you can do it pretty easily. I mean, that's how I made that intro with the fades and everything. Was basically, how you made the video on Canva. I mean, it's actually quite simple. I like it a lot.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just learned how to make videos on Canva. So
Paul's coming.
Yeah, he said he's gonna be in. So. He's got to be fashionably late with his glasses. He's got to get his shit together.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if he has something come up, he has something come up.
Astros don't play today. Earlier I was watching some of Tampa and Texas. I don't know what the score was though. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to make something. I want to make something I want to make new. And Pulse actually was in our comments going, "Holy smokes, Tim Wakefield died."
Yeah, brain
horrible.
cancer. I didn't know that until he died.
Well, how about the fact that his wife, too, got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, bro?
That sucks.
Like, you want to talk about the unluckiest of fucking lotteries, man.
It's like guilt cancer. That sucks.
Yeah, dude. Hold on. I'm doing something real quick.
But if I see two of you, I'm leaving.
Nope, we're moving.
Oh, now I hear myself echoing. Okay.
Took it down.
Oh, yeah. A couple times you hear about someone dying, and you're like, I wonder if that has anything to do. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I guess sometimes your mood and things can really, and how you're dealing with it, other things can affect your health in ways you wouldn't think. Like, well, no, Joe Paterno already had cancer, but I don't think he would have died right away if he was still coaching. Like, after they got rid of him, he died like a week later, right?
Well, yeah, he died.
I wonder if some people, and also people always wonder about Robert Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think he gave himself cancer for just being so guilty? But the OJ thing, I don't know if that's actually true, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible, but
I'm saying none of that's impossible. So I'm saying, did she have so much stress in her life that it affected her body, and maybe she wouldn't have got cancer if she didn't have so much stress in her life, taking care of her husband with brain cancer? I'm not a doctor, but I'm saying there's probably at least a little bit of a factor sometimes. It's not impossible, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I've made a lot better points on this show than this, but because I'm kind of drowning in this one. But I'm saying, like, it's not never a factor. It doesn't help. It doesn't help, is what I'm saying.
No,
Like if you're,
not at all.
especially if you're fighting stuff and you're also going through a lot of stuff personally, that's not good. And the thing is, anyone who has cancer is going through a lot of stuff personally because
Oh yeah.
it's more than just the sickness, right? It's your whole life and all that.
Yeah, and the weakness depending on what stage it's in, if you're feeling like you can't really do anything for yourself.
Well, especially, I mean, on the people you love when you have brain cancer, I don't know how the end was for them, but a lot of times, that you have a tumor in your brain, you're not yourself. So I don't know.
No, yeah, it makes you more erratic. Like a friend of mine.
Well, it could be anything because it could be anywhere. So it could be.
Well, I was about to say my one friend's stepmom had a brain tumor, and like even now she has like super panic attacks when she's in. Like she feels overwhelmed from after it's been like taken out, and they did everything. But she still like kind of has some sensitivities being around people. She doesn't like it a lot. Like she just gets overwhelmed by the sounds and stuff. So it can happen where it really does fuck your world up if you survive. Like the things that can't, especially like brain cancer, dude, like that'll turn a fucking anybody into a goddamn monster.
Well, I mean, everyone's different, like I said, because I know someone who recently had a tumor removed from their brain, and they were like, I mean, they were tired, but like the next day they were out in the yard doing the same shit they used to do, like just had it removed, and like it like didn't phase their life at all. So,
and hats off to that person.
Yeah,
man.
good for them. I mean, obviously it was something that was very operable because they got it right away. But I just remember I heard they had headaches, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, no, he has a thing on this." I'm like, "Oh no, what does that mean?" And then before I heard anything else, they're like, "Oh yeah, he just got it removed. He's fine." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, that's cool. That's good. Thank goodness." I mean, that's the kind you want. If you ever find out you have a tumor, you want to be like, "Hey, this is right in the spot where we can get it, man, and we caught it early, or cut it, and you should be good." That's the kind. That's what you hope for.
For sure, dude. Like you never want vegetative state is like the thing.
This is the most obvious thing we probably ever said on the show. Yes, you don't want really bad cancer. Yeah.
No. That not you don't want it. Yeah. You want to hit like stage 1. You don't want stage 4.
However, a lot of times they only find that if like it's an accident.
Yeah. If I had like hardcore pancreatic cancer, I've already thought about this. Like if I had cancer of anything that was inoperable, I would immediately just create a GoFundMe called the Fun Time Cancer Fund, where I'm like, whatever you want me to do, I will do. I have 7 months. Let's go.
I think for you, it would backfire, and it would just be a bunch of comics giving you money for you to do stuff to yourself that you don't want to do. Like we'll give you $10 if we kick you in the balls. Like what? Why is this all just money to punch me in the face?
This is going to my funeral. that'd be tragic, but still kind of funny. Hey, put these 8 cigarettes out on you. All right.
Who's paying for me to live in a commune in Portland for a week?
Oh, Terry McNeely, what the hell?
Terry McNeely probably just send you a diaper.
Here you go, fucko. I miss that guy. I can't wait to see him in January. I'm gonna figure out a way to go like 3 nights, all 3 week nights in a row.
Yeah, I wanted to go see Rick O'Donnell this weekend, but I just couldn't. It just didn't work out.
Well, I can't because
it was last weekend. I mean, I'm not talking about you. I was talking about me. I wanted to go, but
love Mark. We need to have him on.
Okay. Well,
ask him. I've not texted Pat. Don't ask me.
I'm gonna say, why the fuck not?
Because
dude, if we don't have him on before the fight, I'm not gonna be happy.
We will have him on before the fight.
The fight's like a week away, Ray.
I know. So I'm aiming for next Tuesday.
Okay, so tell me why. You said a lot, but tell me why. What's your excuse?
Ain't nothing but a heartache. Okay.
What's your excuse?
Massive depression.
Oh, come on, you can't use that for everything. I mean, I do too, but still, fine. But you're doing other stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like, I have to. Like, I have to force myself to leave the house, man. Like, I'm becoming you. I'm
Force,
becoming Tim Danko.
dude. I left the house last night. I leave the house a lot. I just don't
20
don't know
feet
where.
from
Don't
your
have anywhere
fucking
to
door
go.
at 5 Barrel doesn't count. Okay.
Yes, it does. And also, it's not a lot of times I don't leave because there's nothing to do. Like, where am I gonna go?
That's why we need money for this podcast. From this podcast,
I
want to
went.
move you up here immediately.
No, I'm gonna live in Alan's basement in Westlake.
I will pay Alan's mortgage then.
Dude, his mortgage would be nuts. Anyway.
Oh fuck yeah.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, last night I drove to Mineral City to go to a bar because I saw they had karaoke, and I get there and the DJ is coughing. I'm like, I don't. What the fuck? I'm not gonna use that mic. Want to use that microphone? And I see he's using a different microphone than the singer. So then I'm like, fine, whatever. So I sing. I'm the second person to sing. I sang. I go back to the bar, and then the next guy is like really hacking up a lung all over the microphone. I'm like, I can't. I'm leaving. So I just left. I can't. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude.
I'm not getting. Number one, why are you out? And not just COVID, for any reason. If you're hacking up a lung, stay the fuck home. That's just normal. It's one thing if it's a smoker's cough, but this was like, you know, you could hear the phlegm in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no. So I'm like, I wanted to stay and sing another one because there's only a couple people singing. I could have at least done one more, but I'm like, nope. No, I feel like I can't.
And
I probably already got sick from them. Fuck those people, dude.
Like, Shauna's got a cough right now. She's like, I think
How would
she
you
had
know?
COVID. What?
How would you know?
Because we talk on the phone.
Oh, you do now?
Yeah. We made up.
I figured that was going to happen. I forgot to ask you about it, though. But yeah,
I got face to face. We did a face to face. We did a FaceTime and
I figured that was going to probably happen.
Yeah. So it's just a lot of work bullshit, dude. Like, spiraling hard.
Work? Why? They fire you?
No.
Hey, listen, they haven't, so that's good.
I know, but still. Let's keep the bad juju out. Let's bring Buju Button in. I'm leaving now. I'm leaving. So the father, I was sick. I want that. Yeah, Tim.
I was asking a question.
But what was your question? No, yeah, we made up. We talked it out.
What about your job? You yelled at me for saying something,
I'm
but all
fine.
I did was ask you a question.
I'm fine for right now, sir. I'm fine for right now.
All right.
So I had a bed bug job today.
Oh, fun. I think I've stopped thinking I have bed bugs, but I don't know what the deal was.
Apparently, I saw something on a news show today that like Paris, France is like inundated right now with them shits, man.
That's
yeah.
Funny. Why do I not like? Man, I feel like I should feel bad about it, but it's the French, so
yeah.
It's just they just think they're better than everyone else, and they'll tell you that too. They'll be like, "No, yeah, you're right. No, we are the best." It's just kind of funny. Like, I've been to France,
created
and it's
a shit version of fucking a republic, and then had people take it over and had 4 kings in the entire fucking
a lot of the culture is just we're just better than you, and which is interesting.
Why? Because the Louvre is over there.
Although here they go. Americans do that too, but we're a little bit different. We'll give you examples, even if we're wrong, on why we think we're better than you. Because the Constitution, and because America, barbecue sauce and titties, and they'll be like,
weed's legal here right now, so I won't hear it. In my state, I can go to Dispo down the road. What you got, baguettes? Go fuck off.
Yeah,
you'd be speaking German if it wasn't for interviews with people in the combat sports world.
Yes,
we try.
There happens.
are some on our channel. Go to YouTube.
They exist.
Yeah, go to YouTube.com.
Usually when I'm like, Ray, get a hold of this person, he's like, okay. And then the funny thing about it is how many times you said, I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it. It's probably, I'm not even joking, at least 20.
I thought that was way too low, actually.
Maybe
I was expecting
30.
probably higher.
Yeah, maybe 30. Like it's It's funny. 'Cause
Probably
I
50,
honestly
dude.
believe that you believe it every time you say it too, which is funny.
Yeah, I do. That's the thing. Like, that's the manicness. It's like, we're gonna fucking do this, and we're gonna get it done. And I'm like a guy on coke. Whenever I'm manic, it's just like, we're gonna have a great time. This is gonna be the best day ever. I've never done cocaine, so I assume that's what it's like.
I'm gonna say, I obviously you haven't, because I don't think I was ever like that. Who have
Who
you
have
talked
you
with?
talked with?
Every
Pat
time we talk,
Miletich?
every time we talk to me, it counts because I'm a retired amateur fighter. As a retired amateur fighter, every time you talk to me, it counts as someone with in the MMA world.
Master Ken. We've had Master Ken on.
That was 3 years ago.
I know. We need to get him on again. He's been doing like seminar or conventions.
He's been doing that
stuff
forever.
I know, but he's starting to get back. He's really started to like hype it up big time now, which is good. So, because he wasn't doing anything when we had him because it was COVID.
Well, because it was COVID.
Fuck COVID. It's fake.
Actually, he probably got more popular in COVID. He was doing a lot of more videos.
Well, yeah, because he was dope as shit. He's a fun guy, man. He's a mushroom. He's the fun guy.
I hate you.
Oh, Tim, guess what I got?
Herpes.
I'm surprised. Have I ever told you my herpes story?
Probably. I don't think I want to know.
No. It's I was on a date with a girl and we ended up talking about like sex and stuff. And finally, she just blurted out in my car, "I have herpes," after being like, "No, there's gonna be a question that comes up," and it was she was alluding to being clean, like sexually and everything. And she just yells, "I have herpes," in my car, and I drove her home after that because I'm not gonna get that shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of like me at the karaoke bar. Well, time to go.
Yeah, well,
Punt.
about time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail.
That was like the other day when you may or may not have sent me screenshots of text. Punting. I'm punting.
Which ones did I send you?
Look.
I'm gonna look. Yeah, because I don't even know.
Where am I in the wrong? And I'm just like punt.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, that was a spiral day, son. That was so fucking like I was like fucking Bugs Bunny, and the my friend had to disclose years ago that he found out that he didn't actually have herpes. That's a good friend right there, because at least he's honest. Mm-hmm. He may have lied about having herpes, but he doesn't, so he's okay to make out with. I think that's fine.
It's a fine herpes, really. I mean, I get cold sores, but last time I was checked, I was clean. Although it's been a minute.
I thought I had for a minute. Just turned out to be skin tags on my wang.
Such a weird thing to have, though.
Skin tags?
Yeah.
You know what it's from, right?
Why are you doing that? Probably not bathing correctly?
No, that's molluscum contagiosum, which I do have as well.
See? Of course you have I don't bathe disease.
It's from it's from helping yourself. Too much.
I've never gotten those.
Well, you only do it probably once every fucking half moon.
That's true.
This point.
That's true. My testosterone's so low. It doesn't need to be done. And when I do it, it's only for prostate health.
Yeah. Me, it's like a monkey. I'm like, ah!
3 times during this show, actually.
And you never knew it. I aim for the underside of the desk. It looks like stalagmites.
No, I assume every time it's like you put your thing up to take a pull up something.
That's a smoke pop. But you know what I did do? I was at my liquor store getting some stuff for the show today, and I ended up getting hard Mountain Dew. Want to know why?
Like you just ended up getting hard. Like it's just at the liquor store?
I did.
Just knocking bottles over?
Have you seen some of the small batch bourbons that are there? Oh, my God. It would give a corpse a chub. What are you talking about?
My brother won a raffle, and he won Weller and Buffalo Trace.
Nice. Yeah, you told me about the Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, we drank a bunch of that.
But they have a new flavor, Tim. They have a new flavor.
Who does?
Hard
Of
Mountain
what?
Dew.
What is it?
It
Vomit?
is Mountain Dew Live Wire.
Oh, I don't think I ever told you I finally tried some. I had one sip and I couldn't finish it. It was awful.
I like it. It's pretty
Gross.
good.
I can't drink. It's bad. Not good. Not
I don't have a discerning palate, so I'll pretty much just shove any kind of trash down my.
You don't have a discerning palate, discerning ear, discerning eye. You don't have anything.
Discerning moral judgment.
Definitely no morals. Yeah.
But I wanted to
listen. You got to remember to pull the comments up. I was doing a great job of it last week.
I'm aware, but you can't do it for every single one.
Why not? The ones that are interesting, which in this case are most of them. Not. I mean, a lot of times they're just talking to each other, but that's not what's happening right now.
I know they're actually talking to us. They're talking to us, Tim. They're talking to us.
And you're still not gonna fix it.
I'm doing something. Hold on. I gotta do something.
Stop masturbating. We just talked about this.
I'm not masturbating. My hands are right here. Shh. So I gotta take myself out of that, and then we just do this. How about that?
Not that one. The one before it.
Yeah, man. Some girls would say, "Nah, I'll pass." Others would say, "Oh my God, me too."
Oh, herpes? Yeah, probably.
You
know they cancel each other out.
It doesn't matter.
You know what? Don't say that, because then we'll get in a habit of not doing it. Because a lot of people want their shit on here. They want to see that we are well aware that they are attempting to be part of the show, or they will leave. And we love having you all here, and we're happy you're here. So we want to make sure that you know that you are appreciated. As Ray is, are you now what?
I was looking for like a
Your
headphone
dignity,
jack.
you won't find it there. What?
Hold on, I'm gonna do something. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Ray's searching for his dignity. It's been gone a long time. No, I'm fucking tired, man. I just woke up. I had a nap and no, I haven't been feeling really great lately. I feel like I've been like on the verge of getting sick. Like I'm waiting for that to happen. But overall, I think I'm okay. I don't know. We'll find out. So,
okay.
What happened?
Whew. No, I have an extra double-sided coaxial cable, like one of these kind of things that you plug into like a laptop or something like that, like double-sided audio cable. So to mitigate the echo that I'm hearing, I had to put something in that fucking audio jack, dude. Like I was going nuts.
With the phone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I told you the same shit happens to me.
That's why you should buy like a pair of headphones, or like break off a piece of an old headphone and fucking jam that bitch into the fucking thing.
Well, I have to. I don't have a normal jack, and I have to find one of the adapter. I don't know where my adapters are.
Oh, okay.
I have one somewhere. I don't know.
And where is it? Oh yeah,
he's sticking the adapter in there. It'd probably work. I don't know. It's just so weird that you can turn it all the volume all the way down, and it still fucking does that. Drives me nuts.
I know. And Chapal, if you are a fighter,
what kind of fighter? Like we're all fighters on the inside. Like I get up and do my 9 to 5 every day. My boss is an asshole, but I work through it, or I walk through my depression. I'm a fighter. That's the kind of fighter I am.
Are you?
Not today, depression. Not today. Probably tomorrow, but not today. Oh shit! Did I take my pills today? Fuck! I've been forgetting a lot.
Oh man, why are you doing that to yourself, Tim?
Dude, they don't even work. Holy shit! Another person chatting on Twitch. Yeah, Ryan. Every once in a while, they'll stumble upon us.
Yeah.
I honestly forget we're on Twitch.
I know. I want to go to Rumble. We need 4 more people. John 209 has followed us on Rumble.
Why do you want me to quit? Why do you want me to quit?
I don't want you to quit. I want to
why do you want
up.
You know, one or the other is going to happen.
Audience.
Either we're not going to have enough people for Rumble, or I'm going to quit. One or the other.
I might just like figure out a way that I can like get four more followers on Rumble, so we can do the show on Rumble.
Well, Ray, why don't you just put the show on Rumble?
Well, here's the thing. Well, no, I want to actually like live stream to Rumble. I don't want to like. I'd
Well,
rather
okay, when we can
catch
do
the
that, but not
algorithm
until we
and then do
have
it.
5 followers. So until we have those followers, put videos on so they have something to follow.
True.
Duh.
I'll put
Sorry,
the
I'm being
35-minute
aggressive, but
video I
I'm
have
just
of you
saying.
shirtless.
That's fine. You cut it all out. Of course you did. Listen, also, I would be fine with you making that thing with me talking about Strickland with my shirt off a short if it was 3 weeks ago. Like now, it just doesn't make any sense.
It's just
I
an
feel like you just want to have it on.
titty thing,
Yeah,
man.
you just want to have it on because my shirt's off. That's dumb. I mean, if it was 3 weeks ago, it's because of my point about Strickland, but now that's old news. So 3 weeks ago, I would have been fine with it. Now that I understand what you're trying to do with it, and it's dumb. It's not. I'm fine with you putting it in the intro, but
yeah,
it's not like it's something I'm going to keep doing.
I know. Trust me, I know. I
Because
remember
it was cold.
I was more just like, it's good. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Or no, don't say anything was for the stash. When you said, but when you were telling Alan, just like, please tell me it's okay. Please tell me it's, or whatever you did.
Yeah, it was fine. Honestly, it just took me a couple days to get used to it.
It should be in the thumbnail. I think so too. We should put shirtless Tim somewhere like a Where's Waldo. Like you got to find and like zoom in to fucking find shirtless Tim.
If you made Where's Waldo's like that, that would be funny actually. It has to be a bunch of other shit. There's a bunch of fighter pics and stuff, and there's somewhere there's me shirtless.
You're just looking around, shirtless. Oh man, that would
holding
be fun.
like a giant drumstick or one of those big turkey legs you get from a Renaissance fair.
I do want to taste this though. I want to see how the live wire is in alcoholic form. So I have water to cleanse the palate.
Ray, no one cares. It's awful.
I gotta.
Don't drink too much water. Your body will reject it.
Oh, my body loves hydration.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hydrated all the time. Hold on. I've still got a little bit of the Baja Blast in there.
I don't know if Gatorade and vodka counts as hydration.
It does.
It has electrolytes.
It's zero carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Malt liquor and
aspartame.
Well, it is. Hey, it's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. Like I like the Mountain Dews. So
Kick. What's a kick?
Kick's like another YouTube place.
What crazies are on that?
A lot of gamers mostly.
No. We're not playing video games. All right. We refuse.
All right.
Too many serious things to talk about.
Like Tim Wakefield's brain tumor.
That's a bummer, dude.
But I'm gonna sip this, see how it is. I am kind of nervous because it's got like a weird.
Just drink it.
No, like it's got like it's almost got like if a
Shut
blue
up and
moon,
drink. Shut up and drink.
It's like a blue moon, but if it was orange pop. Like
You can't be a sommelier of fucking Mountain Dew grossness. Just fucking drink it.
What have we established on this show many times? I'm white
You
trash.
suck.
That already gives me a Mountain Dew palate. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's genetic. All right. It's not that great. Regular live wire is pretty good.
I couldn't even, like I said, I had one sip. I plan on drinking the entire can, but I had one drink and I'm like, I can't do this. It's bad. And I drink a lot of garbage and I couldn't do it. No, I was watching the old Family Guy today where Peter tries to be a redneck and has Cosmos with Carl Sagan edited for rednecks. And it's like scientists have estimated that the Earth is over 400 and hundreds of years old.
I remember that.
Like, the universe was created by God. And Mountain Dew is the greatest soft drink in the world. Yeah, that's
Well, it's one of. I would say that and Zero Pepsi is pretty good. Zero Pepsi's pretty dope.
I'll have to have a zero soda taste test because I've been drinking a lot of Coke Zero. However, if they don't have Pepsi Zero 15 packs at the drive-thru by my house, I'm not switching because that's the best deal around here, and it's very easy. And the one lady recognizes me, so every time she sees me, she just gets it.
Aw, look at you! You become
How
a
much
regular.
my soda problem is that they know. You know, is it worse?
How's the diabetes?
Like
baby?
oh, here's the 30-pack of PBR guy. Like I'd rather be the Coke Zero guy than that.
Oh, the PBR guy sounds like a kind of guy I'd love to hang out with.
What? Yeah, but just don't let them look at your feet.
I mean, if they're willing to pay, I considered doing that during the fucking pandemic. I kind of want a pandemic to come along so I can have feet pics.
Listen, Ray, you think it's the only one we're going to see in our lifetime?
What, OnlyFans?
No, pandemic.
Probably.
No.
Yeah, that's going to be where they shut down the world? Yeah.
Well, I doubt it. I mean, I'm not saying like tomorrow, but I'm saying ever? No, I would say probably guarantee it.
Tim, are you afraid? Are you telling me? I have Terry Funk has a question for you.
Are you a sissy? Are you a sissy?
We got to talk about you fucking nerds infiltrating the fucking Merriam-Webster dictionary. Like, all that, I'm like, you fucking assholes. Fucking up the dictionary now. It wasn't just you.
Are you
I'm talking Terry Funk from Beyond the Grave. He's dead, right? I'm assuming because he's a wrestler.
R.I.P. He recently passed away.
Okay. R.I.P. Terry Funk. But I was going to say, no, it's not the only kind of sports nerds that infiltrated the dictionary. Bracketology is now in the dictionary.
Oh, God.
Which is funny. It's funny. But listen, that's not nearly as bad as kayfabe in the dictionary. What the fuck is this? I saw that, like, words that are added to the dictionary, and I saw kayfabe. I'm like, what the fuck? Rage quit. That's kind of funny. Like, there's a bunch that are kind of funny they added.
Rage quit, I thought, was a while ago, though.
No, it was new.
Added recently?
Yeah. I forget what else, but those ones I remember bracketology and kayfabe. All right, nerds, you got into the dictionary. Somebody there's been somebody at the mailroom of Merriam-Webster for years, like, yo, we need to put kayfabe in the. He goes to the board meetings in a Stone Cold shirt, and we're like, Jerry, we're not doing it this year. We're good. We need to do it. No, Jerry, we're not gonna. Eventually, we're like, oh, somebody in his family just died. I feel bad for him. Like, let's fucking let Jerry's word in the dictionary. Fucking slut it. Fine, Jerry. Kayfabe can be in the dictionary. Yeah. The Stone Cold said so. Yeah, okay.
I'm surprised that hasn't been in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary at this point.
A new definition of 316. There's another. Oh man, I saw like they just added an extra definition to a word. What was it? Crap.
Ho.
It wasn't fire. What was it? It was something like a word that's been in the dictionary forever, but is a new definition. Oh, fuck, I forget. I have to look, but I don't feel like looking again. Shit, what was it?
No, when I saw
like
that,
bussin' and sus is in there.
Oh, no, it isn't. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Also, what is the? Oh fuck! You say it all the fucking time. No, search
dog.
No, fucking internet word. They call you called the people on the internet that are like hardcore fans of something. Simps.
Yeah.
Yes, simp. Simp is in there.
Yeah, that it originally a simp was always like back in the day was like a simpleton, like basically, a retard. And now it's retards who give hot chicks money. Like that's what a simp is. Like guys who I've never in a million years would I ever pay for a woman's pictures. Ever. Or video or anything. There's porn out there, guys. Like take the L, take the virus, but you're still gonna get your rocks off. Like why pay? Why you pay? Although I would not. Again, I'll post feet pics if they pay for them. I'll even paint my toes. I don't give a shit. You giving me $100? I'm fucking doing it.
to be some kind of glutton for punishment to look at your feed.
Oh, those are the ones that are like super sick, but they also might be millionaires, so you never know. It's usually the like rich weirdos that like are the ones that always give more money.
Yeah, and gotten away with murdering their entire family, like those people. Like those are the kind.
Yeah, I'll take their money. It's blood money, but it's there. At least they have it.
Like Alex Murdaugh. Although he actually got convicted, so.
I was gonna say Steven, what's his name?
What?
Convicting a murder or not convicting a murder.
Avery, Stephen Avery.
Yeah,
he got convicted too. This is the opposite. Who was the guy from the Jinx? That guy. That guy. I don't think he's been convicted yet.
I don't know the Jinx.
Shit. Well, they made a movie with Ryan Gosling playing this dude that apparently very possibly killed his wife, and then they did a documentary
Lars
about the guy.
and the Real Girl.
No. You know what? If I can't speak on the show anymore, why am I even here?
I just wanted to throw Lars and the Real Girl because I haven't seen that movie in so long. I heard Ryan Gosling. I'm like, Lars?
What I didn't like about that movie is that Ryan Gosling was too good looking to play that character. I think that character needs to be played by a fucking really weird, like 6'2", 115-pound dude. He's like fucking creepy.
What about like David Cross? Would you put David Cross in that role and think it was good, or would you just be like, "Oh, it's David Cross"?
Maybe not. Wasn't David Cross in the movie? Yeah, he was in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. I'm thinking Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind for some reason. No, I don't know. I'm trying to think who. I don't know. Even Michael Cera is not creepy enough for that.
Jackie Earl Haley.
I don't know.
You know who Jackie Earl Haley is?
I don't know.
From the Bad News Bears. He was like the bad boy in Bad News Bears. And then he played Freddy Krueger in the remake.
Yeah, Rich. Yeah. Rorschach.
No, Rorschach.
Yeah, whatever.
Which somewhere in this house, I do have a Rorschach mask.
You should wear it every day.
It doesn't matter what I do. No matter what I do or whatever. He did such a good job of getting into
keeping the
character.
mask on.
Well, no, getting into that character because that character's fucked up. Like,
well, we didn't see that guy for a while, so he probably was fucked up. And just like, hey, this guy went insane. Let's use that.
Yeah, especially it's like last time we saw him.
I feel like they need to have a movie where Gary Busey plays a serial killer. Him and Randy Quaid.
No, Horse Teeth would be great for that because like he would just. Did you see that he hit somebody or something like that recently and like skipped off?
Nice.
Yeah, fucking Gary Busey though would be great because of that dead brain. No offense, his story's been covered already. That dead brain injured fucking eyes, like the stare of his and the teeth. He'd be perfect as a serial killer.
You know who should have played Lars? Jake Busey. Jake Busey should have played Lars, and Lars is the real girl.
Jake Busey. I got to see a picture.
You remember Jake Busey? Last thing I saw him in was Stranger Things, I believe.
Jake Busey. Oh, yeah.
He got his papa's teeth.
He does. He absolutely does, man. I forgot he was he's in one of my favorite 2001 movies ever. Which, yeah.
Such a weird. My favorite movie from this specific year.
Tomcats was a fucking awesome movie, dude.
Oh, Tomcats.
Back when sexism was allowed. Oh, so good.
Oh, this is funny. I saw an article that had all the releases for the streaming services for this month. I saw that Tropic Thunder is going to be on Hulu. So I'm like, all right, cool. I get on Hulu and I'm scrolling through shit and I'm like, where's Tropic Thunder? Oh, no. Scroll. Where is it? All right, I'll just go to movies A through Z. Go to the T's. It's not in there. I'm like, I thought it said Tropic Thunder. And A through Z, it's not here. So.
Do you have your SJW filter on?
No. So I went to search and I put it in and it popped up. I'm like, they shadow banned Tropic Thunder on Hulu?
That's
They did.
hilarious.
They did. It's there, but they shadow banned it.
Man, fuck you, Hulu. Like, that's
funny.
bullshit,
I mean, it's
dude.
on there, but yeah, you can't find it without searching for it specifically. That's really funny.
Liberal white women ruining corporations one day at a time by fucking. It's insensitive because Robert Downey Jr.'s in
that movie is
blackface.
absolutely fucked up, but it's it's funny. It's really fucked up that we ever let that happen. I was thinking now, like, there's a whole generation of people that would never be able to find that movie funny. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
my
there's like
my
3
niece
that
will
are
never
coming
be
up.
able to. They'll never be able to find that movie funny, and I think it's just interesting. I mean, I don't blame them because they're gonna live in a world where that's not okay at all. So.
That's
I get
terrible,
it, but
though.
it is such a funny movie. But I mean, also, I think I do laugh at it differently now. I laugh at it because of how fucked up it is. Pulse needs a link. I don't, for some reason.
In Discord, I sent it to you on your messenger with a thing. Did you like my email that I sent you today?
What did it say? I don't know.
You didn't read the start reading all of the.
I read half of them, but if it doesn't come up all the way, I don't read the whole sentence.
Okay. I put today Nickelback is a Canadian treasure, only second to Stan Rogers, which I don't know if you know who Stan Rogers is. He was like one of those. What do you? Hold on. I gotta do
what about Reggie Cleveland?
Why does that name sound familiar?
Because the Reggie Cleveland All Stars.
Oh. Send it to you, Pulse, in the disc. Oh, nope, that's not the one. All right. Oh, that's not the one either. There's the one. All right.
Reggie Cleveland was like a little white Canadian dude, utility infielder in the majors. I forget who he played for. But the joke is that like if you picture someone named Reggie Cleveland, you don't expect that guy. You expect somebody else named Reggie Cleveland. And it's got the Reggie Cleveland All Stars are like anyone who's like any white guy that has a name that sounds like he's a black guy, or black guy that has a name that sounds like he's a white guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I'm not gonna lie, they are funny. They probably shouldn't be, but they are.
Oh hell yeah! There's
Payson Hill.
There's a comic from I think it's like Maryland or something that I met at one of the festivals. He's a white guy, but his first name is D. Wayne. D.E. Wayne.
There you go.
So it's Dwayne. And he walks up.
Dwayne Washington or something.
Yes, it's something thing where you're like, your name's what? Like, I shook his hand. I'm like, excuse me? The stage name? What are we doing here? Like, okay. I want to ask you this question as a comedian. I don't think I've ever asked you this question. What is your favorite stage name that you've ever heard?
Bobcat Goldthwait.
That's his name.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
That's his birth given name?
I don't know. Is it?
I have no idea.
I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't think of any right now. It's probably somebody local. Like Sean Showtime or Tank with a C.
I mean, well, yeah, that one's not up there though. Like, I'm trying to fuck.
Top Flight.
I had a comic one time. He wanted to be known as Coyote. And I'm like, your name's Jesse, bro. Like, no, there's no way I'm calling you Coyote. Man.
Oh, dude, there's this guy who started when I started. His name was he was a black dude, little black dude. His name was Chinaman. He went by Chinaman. Not Asian at all. Chinaman.
The topic you were just speaking on earlier, you remember we brought that up before. I mentioned the MMA fighter Damon Jackson and how he has the black.
Yeah.
And then there's
I'm pretty sure we talked about this before.
And there's a player for the Boston Red Sox named Xander Bogaerts, which is a white guy's name, but he's black.
Yeah.
Xander. I would picture like a black or Hispanic dude.
Everyone I know named Xander or anything like that is white. Very
Yeah.
white. Yeah, very white with millennial parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Xander, but yeah, that's one. No, yeah, I think we brought up the Reggie Cleveland All Stars a couple times, and it's not. It's actually something we shouldn't laugh at, but it is pretty funny. I don't know. Taysom Hill for the Saints. That's one. I don't know.
Oh,
Just a bunch of them. What we were talking about before that?
Hard Mountain Dew.
Oh, no, the comic stage names. I forget what I was gonna say though. I don't know. I've seen it, dude. There's a bunch of them, and every time I see one, I laugh because they're usually ridiculous. And
how about Jamie Foxx?
With 2 X's, not that bad.
No, but you know his real name. He wasn't born Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
He was born Eric Bishop.
Which Eric Bishop? That sounds like a leading man name. Like
Eric Bishop sounds like a name of like an offensive guard.
It does. Or a wide receiver.
Maybe. Jamie Foxx with 2 X's. That's like Jimmy Fox with 2 X's from back in the day.
And did you know that Charlie Sheen was born Carlos Estevez?
Yeah, because his brother Emilio.
Well, his dad's real name, Martin Sheen's real name is Estevez.
Martin Estevez. So he took the Sheen from his dad, so he called him named Charlie and Sheen. So
right, and Emilio's like, "Fuck y'all, we Spanish. I'm gonna be like that," and then he gets a lot less roles.
And has the hockey, and he's the
hockey movie.
I was going to say he's the whitest out of all of them, and he gets the hockey film. Like it's amazing.
Although now I have an idea for a new hockey comedy called Latino Ice. It's a little bit Mighty Ducks, a little bit Cool Runnings, a little bit Flaming Hot. Like all those things together.
I have to see this. I want to know? Does Mexico have an Olympic hockey team?
No, I don't think they do. But I wonder if they have any hockey at all.
Mexico Olympic hockey.
It's probably It's probably just as good as like the American cricket team.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
god!
God!
That's hockey. That's awesome.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The Mexico national ice hockey team is what
some people, you can't believe Mexico got a hockey team.
Well, I was gonna say, if Jamaica has bobsled, why can't Mexico have hockey?
It's like
it's indoor too, so why not? It makes sense. But
it's like Selección Mexicana de Hockey sobre Hielo, I believe. HIELO.
Use your Google Translate.
But I got actually a lot of it, too. Mexican Ice Hockey Federation, Federación Deportiva de Mexico de Hockey sobre Hielo. They're higher than I thought they'd be, to be honest with you. In the
world rankings?
IIHF world ranking, they're 37th.
Not bad.
No, not at all.
Bad.
Top 50.
Have they ever played at the Olympics? Probably not.
Probably not.
Playing at the next one, bro. That'd be great.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. So in the IIHF World Championships in 2000, this is their first time. When they qualified, they finished 22nd. 8 years later, they finished 35th.
Where's that movie, man? Where's the movie about? Yeah, Latino Ice. Where's that movie? That's what it's going to be about.
Pan American. They actually won the Pan American tournament in 2017.
That's what it's going to be about. It's going to be about the Pan American Championship in 2017. Latino Ice, starring Emilio Estevez.
Ice sounds like if Eddie Guerrero turned heel.
Yes, Latino Ice. I kind of want to put in a resume right now to the Mexican national team and see if I can coach them to the Olympics.
I'm sure they probably have someone a little more qualified, right? They are a national
Who's
team.
their fucking coach? Who's this schlub?
Probably not someone Mexican. That's usually how it is. It's probably an American or a Canadian.
What if it's Emilio Estevez?
Yes, he has all
Because,
that
like,
experience.
what is he doing with his career right about now?
It's Joshua Jackson.
Never heard of this guy a day in my life. His name is Diego de la Garma.
Okay.
I want to see his fucking credentials. I want to. Oh my god, he kind of looks like that Brandon guy from Storage Wars with Brandy, the like former stripper looking chick.
Sorry, I
bald
don't
guy.
watch reality shows like you do.
I watch Storage Wars. There's a difference.
That's a reality show. No, it's not.
Did the head coach happen to play in the NHL or something? Or?
But he played in the minors.
Let's see what his elite prospect. He has an elite prospects page, which I have one, so it's not that fucking like it's not that special. Let's see. He's 42, nation Mexico. Here we go. Here's some stats. Looks like he's actually he was part of the Mexican under 20 teams. This is his coaching team staff history. He's done U20, U18. He was assistant coach on the national team.
We're talking about his playing days, Raymond.
That's what I'm looking for. It doesn't look like he has stats.
I'm sure you could find them somewhere.
Games played. He only played 9 games in the World Cup D2. I have no idea what that is. Games average or goals against average. So he's a goalie. He doesn't fucking know what he's talking about. I want to fucking coach the Mexican national team to a World Cup. I could do it. God damn it, I could do it, or at least qualify.
Now, did you ever try to get into the cheat like at the beginning of Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, just giving them all Mexican steroids. This is called Anabol. Take it. Or Diana Ball, take it.
Did you see that dude who fought on the Contender Series a couple weeks ago? Like, when he was growing up, his birth father, used to like pump him full of steroids when he was like 4 years old and have him fight.
What?
Yeah. He had a really fucked up upbringing. Well, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, he was eventually adopted because that guy, I'm assuming, is either dead or in jail. But yeah, you hear that, you're like, fuck. And I'm like, of course, his dad's in prison somewhere. Like, I knew he was going to be a fighter. That's because of me. Because of me. I'm like, fuck.
You're a piece of shit.
Like, I don't know. If someone pumped their kid full of steroids and make them fight when they were a toddler, I kind of wish that kid would grow up and be something completely opposite than a fighter.
Yeah.
Just to piss the father off.
It's like
professional ballet dancer.
God damn it! I was gonna say ballerina.
Well, do y'all remember? Little Hercules?
Yeah.
Okay, now he's grown now and he's lost all of his gains.
Well, you know how fucked up your testosterone levels would be if you were pumped through that full of that shit when you were a child. You'd be fucked up forever.
Yeah, he's like, I saw him interviewed. He's like, I don't even care about lifting weights anymore.
Yeah, why would you want to? His dad ruined it for him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to go to a gym again. After what that fucking did. I mean, I already don't want to do that, but especially after what that guy did to him.
Yes, like I remember him on Howard Stern. Like that's how I found out about Little Hercules, was like watching the E Show back in the day. And like
more people would have been like, "There's something fishy going on here, right? Like it's not
super
this
weird.
Isn't normal, right?"
Yeah.
Well, everyone who knew anything about bodybuilding was like, "Yeah, that dad's pumping that kid full of shit."
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I don't think you're supposed to be like 8 years old with a six pack like that, you know?
No, it shouldn't be possible. You don't have the testosterone levels to build that kind of muscle no matter what you do. Not like that. So yeah, he was pumping them full of shit.
He's just Bob from Fight Club now.
I mean,
You gotta get
maybe.
drained constantly. Ugh. Oh, yeah. I would never give my kids steroids that they know of.
I hope
mean,
not. Jeez.
Well,
I think that's something you'd have to say. I mean, you guys might not agree with me, but I think it's wrong to give children steroids.
Right. Sometimes for a competitive edge, why not? They don't test fucking 5-year-olds.
I think they used to give Messi HGH when he was a kid because he was so tiny. It's actually true. They did. I don't know how old he was. I think he was a teenager when they started giving them to him because he was like he could play, but he was so little. But he got the 5'7".
I was about to say, man, like you need that. Sometimes get like in those cases, if you're like super underdeveloped and you need a kickstart, like I get that. If you're like 13 and fucking 3'5",
I don't think that's what it was, dude. They just thought he had good skills and they wanted him to be bigger, so they gave him drugs.
Yeah,
is that how tall he is now? 5'7"?
I think so. Yeah,
he's only 5'7".
I think so. Yeah, he's not very big. He's a little guy.
And isn't he like
for soccer? That's little.
Isn't he arguably the greatest striker in the world right now? Or
I mean, he's older now, but he was.
Okay. Well, I know
he's kicking a lot of ass in Miami.
I know. Oh yeah, probably. But I'm saying I knew for years him and what's his name, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, they were like neck and neck. So.
Yeah, they're both.
Yeah, you would get those people who like really fervently defended Messi or fucking Ronaldo. Yeah. Where you're like, all right, bro, calm down.
And they're both like at the back end of the career. They're just going somewhere to make money. Messi's doing it in Miami, and Ronaldo's in Saudi Arabia. So
is he?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he went to MLS.
No,
or is that Messi I'm thinking of?
Messi did. They offered Saudi Arabia offered him more money than MLS, but he's like, I'm not fucking going there.
Well, Messi didn't they just win the World Cup? So he still got it.
Yeah, and he just recently played in a World Cup qualifying game that he hit the winning goal for. So he's still really good. So he's still good enough to play at the in the elite leagues around the elite teams, but he just wanted to play in Miami now, which I don't blame him.
Especially Miami, dude, and that guy being there. Do you imagine the amount pussy that guy pulls in from like non-soccer blondes going, oh my god, you don't know who he is.
The Miami Heat play down there. They don't know who fucking Messi is.
I guarantee you he's bigger than the Miami Heat.
No way. I don't think so.
I guarantee
Number one, Miami's a shitty sports town, but I don't think
it is. It's
really
a horrible sports town.
On the pecking order, who gets into the club first, Jimmy Butler or Lionel Messi?
Jimmy Butler and his wig.
Jimmy Butler. Yeah, even I'm not dumb enough to say Messi gets in before fucking. Who had the fucking emo hair, by the way? Does anybody?
Yeah, Jimmy Butler. That's what I said.
Was that Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler?
Jesus Christ!
But I mean, on a world stage, I guess Messi is more famous, right? But
yeah, but we're talking about
Messi
Miami.
Gets
it depends which club he's going
planes. What are you talking about?
If the club has a Hispanic name, Messi gets in first.
Depending
on who owns the club.
What about Tua Tagovailoa?
You'd figure Tua would get in first. Tua's the man now, right now. Tua's the number one guy in Miami, you'd assume. Although, I mean, listen, anyone who gives even a little fuck about soccer would be Messi, but I don't think most people do. I mean, it's probably the first time that he can walk down a street in the city where he lives and not be mauled. And he probably still gets a good bit of attention because it's a bigger city, and they know he's there, but not like the other places he's been. Not like fucking Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina, like women are just probably throwing themselves at him, like just. And I want to. Speaking of sports, I want to get to something with you, Tim, because you kind of talked about this guy, and finally some shit's come to light. No, I think Messi in like in America, yeah, he's pretty much just like Joe Schmo living on a fucking beach mansion from his time in the fucking time overseas, but like
not completely, but it's definitely different than other places he's been.
Well, who's a more famous? I know on a world stage Messi is more famous, but in America, who's a more famous Argentinian, Messi or Manu Ginobili?
I'd say
no one remembers Ginobili.
Really?
Ginobili's like 50 years old now. I don't know. Maybe in his heyday when he was winning championships with the Spurs, maybe you can see that glare coming off his head from a mile away. But Ginobili's here. But no, I don't. Not now. It's probably Messi.
Yeah, just because of Argentina winning the World Cup, though. Like that's
no. Before that, Messi's been the biggest star in that sport forever. And Ginobili hasn't plays forever. It honestly probably isn't even close.
Yeah. I don't know.
We know you don't know. That's why I'm just don't talk.
Does David,
when you don't know something, just don't talk.
No, I have a microphone in front of my.
I'm
my
a
face,
straight
Tim.
white man. My opinion matters. All right, Ray.
I'm always right. I have a microphone in front of my face, Tim. That's Radio 101. You are always right, no matter what.
Yes, Pauls?
You've heard Rush Limbaugh.
No, I was just gonna ask. Does David Beckham still play professional?
No. No,
He owns part of Miami, yeah?
I think so. There's a documentary about him coming out on Netflix tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, nice. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll check that out. But, Tim, what I wanted to ask you about is how about Trevor Bauer clearing his fucking name, kind of? Like,
all he did was settle. He didn't clear his name. He just settled.
No money. Nothing.
That was one of the... You know how many allegations there are from how many people? It's more than one.
I mean, after you get $100 million contract, you are gonna have hoes coming out the fucking wall. That's gonna happen.
Really? Because it's happened to because a lot of people. He's not the first person to get $100 million contract, but you don't.
Yeah,
hear
but
this
he's
happening
also a
lot.
guy that likes pussy, so like he won't kick a fucking 10 out of bed.
Dude, Trevor Bauer's too fucking weird for me to think he's completely innocent.
But he has texts. He has text that says he's worth $50 million. Get that bag. Like, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. No matter who you are, the fact that somebody's taking advantage of you for your money is bullshit. Like, that to me is, no matter who it is, man, woman, or fucking child, it doesn't matter.
Even if he was 100% innocent altogether, 100%, not even a little guilty, he's never going to play Major League Baseball again. So
no, he's too busy playing in Japan right now.
Yeah, for like nothing. But I'm saying he says I always want to play in Japan, which is probably true. But he wanted to play in Japan when he was like 40. Now, he wanted to be
Mr. Baseball, not fucking
right. He definitely wanted to come back. He didn't want to come back and be lying.
That movie's fucking. That's one of the best.
Mr. Baseball's a great movie.
It's one of the best baseball movies, like bar none. I put that up there with like, the natural
remake it, and he has to go to Japan because of sexual assault allegations.
Oh God!
I remember it as a child. It was Tom Selleck, right?
Yeah.
I always thought it was like a great value Major League.
In a way, but it's they're two different
comedy,
movies,
but
really.
it's not as good as Major League or Bull Durham, but it's decent.
Yeah, it's a top 10 baseball movie. Like I'd put it up there with like The Babe would probably be ahead of it. And
no, The Babe wasn't any good. The Babe. They messed the Babe up, unfortunately. Even Goodman talks about messing it up. But Mr. Baseball, what's next? You're gonna have to tell me how to take a shit? Hey Hammer, I need someone to tell me how to take a shit. Yeah.
I need to watch that movie again, man.
And I don't care what you guys say. The Sandlot was great, man.
I like The Sandlot too. It's Ray that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm the one that's just like I never got it. Like even as a kid, I never
Ray doesn't
got
understand
that
happy childhood nostalgia. That's not his fault. Don't feel bad for Ray about.
Yes,
don't blame Ray for that.
That is one of the most honest opinions you've ever given on this show, Timothy. That is very true.
And I'm not gonna give you crap for that. I'm just gonna feel bad for you for it. That's all.
Plus, I grew up like one of the first movies I ever watched that my dad of my dad's pirated fucking VHS collection was Major League. I grew up cuddling up next to my dad while we watched the HBO version of Major League on VHS. Like he had that one, and on the same VHS, because it was like one of the longer ones, he had the old propaganda black and white Babe Ruth movie. You remember that one, Tim?
I'm doing something right now.
What was the one with the ghost with Kevin Costner?
Oh, Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams, yeah.
Who's in that game next year? Have they announced who's going to be in that game next year?
I don't know. You know what they probably have. I'll look it up in a minute. I'm doing something right now.
Yeah, look it up.
What was the one with Tom Hanks where he's coaching the all-women team? Rosie Perez?
League of Their Own.
League of Their Own, that's right.
That movie's fantastic.
Wasn't Madonna in it?
Yes, Madonna
Rosie
and
O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. That's when they were like this, dude. Like they were running together hard. I think they were scissoring off camera. Just it could be a thing. It's Hollywood too, so who knows? But League of Their Own's great. I actually tried. I think it was like a couple months ago. I looked up the fucking manager that was based on, and I guess it's like this. I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, the guy was like a massive drunk, like the coach of the Peaches or whatever it was. Yeah, he was like a fucking booze hound from the reputation that I kept reading. I'm like, oh god damn, dude, like. I thought Bing Crosby was bad for beating his kids with oranges. Like this guy, jeez. But no, yeah, man, those movies. I love baseball movies. Like,
Angels in the Outfield. You remember that one?
better than Sandlot.
What was that supposed to look up?
Baseball movie. It was or so. What were we supposed to look up? Fuck.
I don't know, but what was the one? What was the one with the?
Thanks, Pauls. You appreciate. Why do we even have you as a somewhat producer? Get your shit fixed, by the way. Can't even go live.
What was it? Baseball related? What were you?
Yeah, I think.
Was it a baseball movie?
It might have been.
What was the one with the kid, with the guy from? He was an American Pie, but there was one when he was a kid and he broke his arm and was able to throw like 150 miles an hour. You remember this?
Rookie
of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, yeah.
Rookie was Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, that's it. That one was based off the Tampa Bay pitcher. Fuck. Yeah, Rookie of the Year's good. Little Big League? How can you not fucking love Little Big League? Like, it's one of the best movies of all, like, one of the best baseball kid movies of all time. Have you ever seen that movie, Pulse?
No, I remember it advertised. I never saw it though.
Yeah, Little Big League's fun. Like I actually sat next to the guy in the movie who was like, "Go away." Like I sat next to him at a Pirates game in like 2003. It's fucking those movies, man. Major League, I love it because it's Cleveland, obviously, and even though I don't like Cleveland that much as a human being,
that's the greatest not only greatest baseball movie, that might be one of the greatest sports movies of all time. I put it up there with I rate Jerry Maguire up there. I know it's a rom-com, but I consider it a sports movie. It had Troy Aikman in it, man. It's a sports movie, man.
Did you watch Arliss too?
No, I remember that from when I was a kid. He was like a sports agent, right?
Arliss, if you go back and watch Arliss on like HBO Max, or you just if you have a fucking if you have some jailbroke shit, like go watch Arliss. You'll look at that thing and go, holy shit, they have everybody. Like they just got fucking stars. Like at the time, like Shaq was in there. Guys, who was it? Dallas Cowboys receiver.
Michael Irvin?
Yeah, Michael Irvin shows up for like a couple episodes, and you're like, what the fuck is Michael Irvin doing on the show?
Well, it's kind of like Ballers with The Rock.
Yes, except for way more dirty.
They put Ballers on Netflix.
Yeah, I know.
So I found out what I was supposed to look up. I was supposed to look up who's playing in the Field of Dreams game next year.
Oh, yes, that's it.
And it's Giants and Cardinals.
Okay.
Yeah, well, listen, man, they gotta have the guards in there, fam.
Doesn't
the Indians for one night just to piss people off.
Doesn't hockey do a game like that outdoors or something?
Yeah, the outdoor classic,
the Stadium Series, and then they do the Winter Classic, which is like the big game. The Stadium Series is they'll go to like where the Rams used to play and fucking put a sheet of ice for the Blues.
Yeah, I wonder how I know they played Ohio State, Michigan at First Energy, and then they were supposed to do a Monsters game, but I don't think they ever did the Monsters game because they had to cancel it because of the weather. It was too warm.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, because I'm like, no, if they do that, that'd be great if they did like Jackets and Red Wings or Jackets and Penguins at in Cleveland. That'd be great.
So what is it? Is it count like as a regular season game, or is it just a preseason?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's basically Gary Bettman's way of trying to make the NHL seem bigger than he's actually killed it. Like, it's like
and it
Gary
sells out
Bettman's-
every year, and it's usually the highest rated game on television.
Well, yeah, because it's fucking awesome. Like, it's
Let's
a
do
great
whole,
visual.
How about a whole season like that? Just playing outside for a year.
Oh my god, dude! I would go to those
Mystery
games
Alaska.
every fucking week. Yes.
I mean, how could they have one out like in Texas? It would melt, wouldn't it?
Figure it out, losers.
AT&T Stadium is climate controlled. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, if AT&T Stadium's climate controlled, you can shut that bitch
Dallas
down to
Stars
fucking.
have to forfeit all their home games.
Yes. 3 people go. Like, that's the. Pulse, I have a question for you.
Yes.
The NHL has been talking about doing an expansion team in Houston.
Cosmos.
Do you think it would work?
Well, I mean, the city is big enough to support another team. I mean, we've lost a women's basketball team, so I mean, they could do it.
Comets.
Bring them back as the Comets. The NHL Comets.
That is like, I don't get me wrong, I don't watch the WNBA, but it's like that was one of the flagship teams. They won the first 4 championships that they had, so that always kind of pissed me off. But yeah, I think they can support it. They have a minor league team, or at least they have one called the Arrows, and they were pretty popular. So, and I would definitely, just to expand my horizons, go check out a game. You know, that's still on my bucket list. I want to see a NHL game. I was telling Moss about this.
Yeah, you know what? I finally went to one and it sucked, but it wasn't NHL or hockey's fault. It was just that the Blue Jackets got crushed.
Well, yeah, the
minor league game I went to, my niece asked me to take her to another hockey game this year.
Good.
She asked me, so she's like, "Can we do Cavs?"
I kind of want to go to that game.
I'm like, "We can do Cavs, but I'm like, we can't get the kind of seats that we had for the hockey game." She's like, "Okay, can we do a hockey game then?" I'm like, "Yes." Absolutely, it's cheaper. I love it.
You want to know a sad truth about my life?
Sure.
Just one. We're not going to talk about you getting fiddled again, are we?
No. Well, no, that did happen actually in Houston.
I know it did. We talked about it. I heard, Houston's bigger than the state of Connecticut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the biggest metropolitan cities in the country.
It's giant.
They
can probably handle a hockey team.
So my mom used to work for the Cleveland Lumberjacks, which was the minor league affiliate of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Guess who decided to throw her resume in when they were creating the Houston Aeros and got a job working for the Houston Aeros their first couple seasons? My mother.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh yeah, dude. We were at the Summit almost every weekend. Like when the Arrows would play, we were at the Summit every single time because my mom would just print us off a couple fucking tickets off the side, you know.
Oh, okay.
You could do that shit back in the day where they would just like rip it off and then give it to you. Yeah, dude. Like I grew up for like the 3 years I was in Houston. The first like 2, I was at the Summit every weekend for Arrows games. And one of the goalies used to play up here in Cleveland, so we knew him pretty well. So that was cool. But, like, yeah, the Arrows, they're actually talking about, like, the Arrows being the name of the NHL team, and I kind of want it. I want it bad, but I want the Gordie Howe Houston Arrows. I don't want the fucking – I love the plane. Don't get me wrong.
I thought that logo was hard to me. I liked it.
Dude, that logo was bomb back in the day.
Is it better than the Akron Arrows logo with the fucking red cat? It's awesome.
Here.
It was a good logo, though.
Here, I'll bring up the Houston Arrows logo.
Your mother still works in hockey sometimes, doesn't she? Do stuff with hockey still? Did you hear what I said? No, you're cutting out.
No, sir. Yeah, I was cutting out.
Your mother still works in hockey, doesn't she? Still does some stuff in hockey.
She works for like a local tournament outfit that'll like put on. They'll put on like tournaments in Strongsville or one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I meant. I knew she did something like that.
She'll do that kind of stuff. Yeah, she's still involved majorly in hockey and stuff like that, but it's not like it's not like what she was back in the day because like she knows nobody really anymore because she's kind of like like us kind of aged out. so she just does as much as she can. But that fucking logo, dude. I'm looking at it right in the face, and I miss that fucking thing. Like, that thing, the guy skating sucks. I hate that fucking logo. Fuck. Can you hear me?
Are you gonna show it to me or what?
Yeah, hold on.
Fucking
I'm pulling it up.
this guy.
I absolutely am. You have to tickle the balls a little bit to get that shit going.
No.
Yeah. That's how you get it to completion. You got to do that in a little thumb on the fucking taint.
I have to get some more of this bourbon that Pulse bought me. By the way, thank you, sir. You don't have to do that. I appreciate
Paul bought Tim Bourbon. That's fucking awesome.
He did, and
I shouted you out on the whole stream too. I said happy birthday. I don't know if you guys were tuning in, but
when was that? Last Thursday?
The Monday before.
Monday.
I believe I saw that.
I appreciate it. Because at one point we got a couple, like Sonosi popped on here and wrote a happy birthday comment for me, and a couple other people. It was nice. Would have been nice if Pulse was there, but I get it. You're busy. You get it.
Yeah, see, that's great, man. I like.
Yeah, that is a cool logo. I do like it. But you know what? I also like the Akron Airless logo. That's a cool logo too. I want to see that one now. Show me that one.
All right, hold on.
That is a cool logo, though. I do like that logo. I mean, it's definitely old school looking. They probably would modernize it, and they would change the colors because that's the colors of the Dallas Stars, right? Like green and black.
Yeah. That's and I think they were affiliated with them for like a hot minute, and then they were Minnesota's team. So that was.
It should go like
Akron.
Astros colors. Astros ended up winning the division, huh? Because
yes, you saw that.
Yeah.
Counted us out, and here we come for postseason.
Yeah, well, they have the bye right now, so they have to.
They go back to back. I swear to God, dude.
No, dude, Baltimore's too good. I think. I'm just actually hoping that's true. I want to see Baltimore Atlanta. That'd be a fun series.
Hold on, I'm bringing up.
What are you looking up?
But Rangers beat the Rays today, and the Twins were beating the Blue Jays. It's
right here.
I can't tell. Is he cutting out or?
He is. He is. Hey, Johnny.
Oh, that is not a bet.
Ray's dying.
There's a hole.
Ray's being Robotronic. Is he just completely frozen now? No, he's gone.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully he'll fix it and come back. But I don't know. The Cowboys win Sunday?
Yes.
They did. The Browns definitely didn't. I no longer think they're going to be in the Super Bowl. I did last week. Now I don't. Although, like, I don't blame their defense. They were on the field the entire game because Stefanski decided to take this rookie and make him throw the ball a lot, and he obviously is not ready to do it. So
who's their backup running back?
Ford. His name is Ford. What's his first name? I forget. Ford. And they also got Kareem Hunt back. And then, but their quarterback, Watson, was out. So Dorian Thomas Robinson, rookie from UCLA, played, and he played so bad. He was real bad.
What's wrong with Watson?
Shoulder.
Oh
God.
Man. Maybe he should get it massaged.
Exactly. That was the thought. He just needs it rubbed out. Anyway, Ray, what's going on? You okay?
The system, my shit crashed. Like it was. I gotta get a new laptop.
Is down. The system is down. You guys remember Homestar Runner? No, little strong bad emails. No.
Nope.
Pulse, do you?
Wait, what's that?
Strong bad, Homestar Runner.
No.
Strong bad. Dude, Strong bad was the shit. He's still around. He's just like. There's this website called homestarrunner.com, and it had all these videos of this, like, I don't know what it was. He looked like he was like a little dude, little cartoon that had boxing gloves for hands and a lucha libre mask or whatever it's called, and he was hilarious. But if you
I'll
don't know
tell
who I'm talking
you
about,
a website you should stay away from. It's called rotten.com. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, I don't go there.
I thought you were gonna say meatspin.com.
You'll spin me right around, baby, right around.
Or what was the big one back in like the early 2000s? The Lemon Party.
Lemon Party. Yeah.
Have you ever, Pulse? Are you familiar with Lemon Party?
No, but I saw. No. What's that? Is that like rotten?
Pulse. I want you. Should we do it to him on the show? I kind of want to get a
No,
live
he doesn't want to
reaction.
do it. He doesn't want to do it.
I can't, bro.
You probably get a virus.
Probably at this point.
To this day, I remember like rotten.com, the celebrity morgue section, and yeah, like they had one of Marilyn Monroe, Tupac. You ever seen that picture of Tupac with his chest opened up?
No, but apparently they just arrested somebody in connection with his
murder. 27 years later, they finally got his murderer.
Do you know what
That's
caused
crazy.
that? Bro Plata going to Vegas. Passing the area where Tupac was shot.
It's true.
Our magic made the
So what happens? We actually
case.
went back there later. And I was snooping around. I'm like, you know what? Something doesn't smell right here, right?
No, but
I made some phone calls and.
My only question is, what the fuck took y'all so?
Yeah, I know,
took
right?
y'all so long? Almost 30 years after. Like, what's gonna happen next year? They're gonna crack the case for Biggie or what? Like, what is it?
Look at Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, I mean, the guy has been apparently the guy that did it or whatever. He's been free this whole time, and they knew about him.
That's I don't know. Listen, when I saw that, I'm just excited to see the Netflix true crime documentary that's going to be made about this. Just wait till that comes out, and then I'll learn everything about it.
Well, the guy they arrested, he was always in connection with it. A guy by the name of Keefe D. And
they didn't have any evidence, right? But how do they get it now?
That's what I'm saying. It's like this guy has done his rounds on the interview circuit. He's been everywhere, and it's like I wonder if he knew in the back of his mind, like at any given time,
They're going to get him eventually.
Yeah, you know,
like anytime he sees Tupac pop back up in pop culture, he's like, "Fuck," they're going to look back into it.
Well, I mean, he was definitely there.
Was he in the car?
Yeah. Well, so for the longest time, it was assumed that his cousin, a guy named Orlando Anderson, was the trigger man, but apparently it was him himself who did it, and they have proof now. So,
you know, because he's white. This is a white guy. This guy?
No.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna say I don't know who he is. Although I did tell Ray that I just found out that L.A. Knight is white. I didn't know who he was. I just heard Thomas talk about it.
You know who L.A. Knight is, right?
I'm becoming familiar with them now. I can't tell you too much about them, but yeah. All of these new guys like Austin Theory and such, I'm learning about them now.
Yeah, Theory's dope. I saw him versus Rey Mysterio in Pittsburgh for Payback. That was fun.
But wouldn't he back in the days be labeled as like a cruiserweight?
Yeah, honestly, he'd start out as a cruiserweight, and then they'd kind of somebody would bulk him up to be like the lightest heavyweight you can possibly be, which I think he is. I think he's like tapping the heavyweight limit in wrestling. Well,
that's why, that's how it's changed, because back in the day, everybody was mass monsters, man. Like back in the day when I was coming up, you didn't see guys like normally walking the street that was the size of wrestlers. Like you remember Don Morocco?
Yeah.
These guys were just fucking huge. And now it's like ever since I want to say maybe I guess when the Radicals came in, they like changed the game. Now you see guys who are like 5'7", 5'8", becoming heavyweight champion, and it's like.
Well, I mean, even Shawn Michaels, he's a small heavyweight to begin with. He was like the beginning of that. Bret Hart was a small heavyweight. He was in the 220s, I think, and still like I think maybe 6 foot. I wouldn't say Bret Hart's one of the biggest guys in the history of pro wrestling, which is kind of because again, a lot of anabolics were taken in the fucking 80s.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so Logan Paul came out and said, "Yeah, I don't do steroids. I'm in the WWE and boxing. They don't allow that." And people are ragging on him like, "Bro, when has the WWE, although they claim they're not allowed, when has that ever stopped any?"
A lot of wrestlers have said that they do steroid tests. Undertaker talked about it. Like a bunch of them said they do. I don't know how much I believe it, but they say
there's a wellness policy that they have. That's pretty much.
I mean, if you just look at these guys, it should be obvious to any like the Ultimate Warrior, for example. There's no way you can be that big and shredded. You're usually either one or the other.
He was on everything, Pulse. Let's throw that out. That motherfucker had veins on top of veins, the Jizz Warrior. Shout out to Chris Clem. It's one of my favorite characters, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, usually I think you'll see that the guys are either big or they're shredded. If they're ever both, it should be a dead giveaway that they're,
Charles Ramsey can see him. I was hoping to pop Tim on that, but
you ever at the time that there was a giant comedians party that you apparently weren't invited to, or maybe you went during comedy then. Chad Weaver's graduation party, and there was like 60 comedians, like everyone was there. And at one point, all of us started chanting "jizz" really loud in Chad's parents' backyard. The ultimate jizzer. We summoned him. He came.
The ultimate jizzer is a character that our friend Chris Lamb, Brock is roids. Yes, and I can't wait for him to be see. Know he's gonna be on the main card.
He might be main event, but who are they going
by the time that happens, isn't it?
It's him versus John Jones for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Or versus Chris Barnett,
which he wrestled Sunday, actually.
Listen, he has unfinished business with Daniel Cormier, and this is my thing.
What? You guys Chris Barnett wrestled? I think you fucked that up. Josh Barnett wrestled.
Josh Barnett.
Chris Barnett. Sorry, Pulse. I had to interrupt you.
I mixed that one up. Thank you, Tim.
Okay, I had to fix it. Continue, Pulse. I'm sorry.
Well, my only question is, you guys have seen DC lately. He's obviously not in the gym as much these days. But my question is, even though he's not in the gym, if he would have just come off the couch, who would win, him or Lesnar in a
fight? DC would murder him.
Still,
DC
you think?
would
off the
fucking
couch,
wrestle
off the
fuck
fucking
him.
couch,
yeah.
Off the couch.
Would he have to have some sort of training camp? Would he have to have
No. It'd be like, you ever see that movie, The Great White Hype?
Yeah, that's great
it'd be like that. Like he'll be all fat and not trained, and people would be like, "Oh, we're counting him out," but he still beat his ass. Yeah, that.
I mean, like you say that though, but you gotta respect Brock. He was himself a heavyweight champion of the UFC at one point. Like he
was on all kinds of drugs and shit. I don't give him that much credit.
Yeah, I was about to say, Pulse. He does have a good point on that. When he was Pico Grande. Like
he was the first class wrestler. Yeah, but Randy Couture weighed like 225 when he fought him, and wasn't on the shit. Brock was on all the shit, and he also was a first class wrestler. He really was a good collegiate wrestler.
He beat Frank Mir. He beat Shane Carwin. He has some.
Mir beat him with a heel hook though in his first fucking fight.
But I'm just saying he has credible wins on his record, unlike a lot of these wrestlers.
Carwin was on shit too, but and that was a great fight though. Force Pets was on that card, dude.
Well, how do you think Carwin would fare in today's heavyweight? I mean, imagine Carwin.
He's pretty fucked up, isn't he? Like I don't think he can walk.
Well, he's talking like prime. He's talking like if testing was
is he in the USADA testing pool? Because if not, it's different. But then you also got to think, then if he's going to be on it, they're all going to be on it. So I don't know. I actually think it's unfair to even compare them, because that was in an era where you could do whatever the fuck you wanted. And that's like old school Mark Coleman. We know Mark was on all that shit, but it was in an era when all of them were. And before that, Rogan said he thinks they should get rid of outside testing. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing he's ever said. That's such a terrible. I understand why he's saying it, but it's, dude. You want the UFC to do their own testing, dude? Nothing would ever get done.
They're on what?
Yeah,
we didn't know.
This is how they would test Conor McGregor's sample.
No, No, he has a Pride. No, they would go to Pride contracts for him, kid.
Yeah.
That would be there. He would have the pridiest of Pride contracts.
His samples would test 100% positive for apple juice. Just being apple juice.
Sir, your piss is glowing. What are you
diabetic? Man.
Yeah, Pulse.
Okay, hold on. Are we all cutting in and out, Johnny? Let's go. Let me take a look here. I'll check the tape.
Maybe me for sure. I mean, it's again, my fucking laptop sucks, and just meh.
Mine too.
I gotta get this thing because I showed Tim my backup one, and that one I can't log into, so I'm just gonna get that factory reset and put something else on there.
I have a backup, but it's the exact same one as this one that I'm on. So,
do you have the password for it?
No.
I'm thinking about backup. This is the backup.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about just getting a PC, man. And like, I want one of those gaming ones with all the lights on it and shit, you know?
Do it up. If you can afford that shit, do it up, dude. Like, I was getting high the other day and watching like PC builds of people on like reels and shit. The amount of equipment that is put into those fucking things, the fans alone, are wild. Tim, have you ever seen those, like the hardcore video game setup, like PCs?
I've seen a couple PCs with big fans, but probably not the ones you're talking about.
I'm talking like, what were you gonna say, Paul? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I was thinking about getting a PS5, but then I was like, you know what? I'll just get a gaming PC because you can always just mod the RAM, you know, and then play games on that, you know.
Oh my God, the Bro Bro clan. We start and you get Xbox Game Pass for $21.99. Sorry, I had to yell that because it's fucking stupid. Xbox. I looked at my fucking bank statement today because my Xbox Game Pass comes out on the 1st of every month. Fucking, it was $15.99 4 weeks ago. They went up $6 man.
Everything I have's gone up. All my streaming services have gone up like $1 or $2, and
you know, I'm thinking about because I'll send it to you in the Discord. I found a way around it. I think I'm gonna give up on everything, Netflix and all this shit, because I found.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. I know probably the program you're talking about.
I mean, I don't want to, but it's just I cannot afford to pay for all of these services, man. It's like
it's the pay-per-views that are making me fucking close to doing it because it's fucking I can't afford them, dude. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, because do you remember what was that?
That's what I was gonna say.
What was the DC had their own channel where because I wanted to watch the Batman the animated series, and so
DC Plus or whatever it was called, like something.
Well, they did away with it. They moved them all to Peacock, and then Peacock.
I thought it was Max. Didn't they go to Max? Yeah, it was Max.
Yeah, so I was like,
yeah, they're at Max.
What happened?
No, DC
stuff is on Max. Yeah.
Okay, what is this? Cinemax?
No, I wish.
HBO Max.
Yeah, it's now just called.
It's called
Max.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, have y'all heard that fucking Showtime Sports is going away? There's not going to be no more Showtime boxing.
HBO boxing. When HBO boxing went away, that was sad. But now Showtime boxing too. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have to watch boxing on DAZN and Triller.
Yeah, I mean, and there's going to be no more Bellator at the end of the year, which I'm not really missing it, but it's like.
Well, they were bought out by Saudi Arabia, which like whatever.
Where's Bellator going?
Probably Saudi Arabia.
Well, I heard the company is going to disband and they're just going to have a fire sale, which is cool because there's some fighters that belong in the UFC over there, I think.
I want MVP there.
Yes.
MVP.
MVP would be a great addition to the welterweight division. Also,
McKee, Knicks, the Pitbulls.
The Pitbull brothers, I always wanted to see them in the UFC, see how they fare. And then their light heavyweight champion, Vadim Nemkov. I want to see him.
Nemkov's a fucking beast. I would love to see him in the light heavyweight ranks.
I think
the UFC.
I honestly believe he beats Jamal Hill right now.
Why am I not seeing any news about this?
What? That Saudi Arabia and Bellator?
Yeah.
No, it's been Dana's talked about Saudi Arabia having interest in buying them.
Oh no, I just found something. Bellator champion fuels rumors of company sale after scrap title bout. Oh, okay. Yeah, they did. They just took Bader off Bellator 300, but there's nothing official yet. So,
but
that's why, because you guys are just talking rumors again. But I tell you, I don't want to hear any shit until it's fucking finalized. I don't want to hear fake fucking matchups. Like, what was that? What was that one matchup you showed me that was ridiculous? It was Ferguson and Rachmanov or something. Like,
yeah. When everybody,
Ferguson Pimbless even dumber, but well, not dumber than that, but it's pretty.
Hey,
dumb.
You know what? Call me crazy. I give Kikuchi a chance. I do. Pimblett is
I hope he wins. I want him to win.
Pimblett is not that good. Listen, like, don't get me wrong.
No, that's why he's fighting Ferguson and not a contender, not someone that's better than Jared Gordon. That's why he's fighting him. And they're trying to trick people. Like, hey guys, remember how good Tony was before? Like, they want him to win so badly that they're afraid to give him somebody tough. So they give him somebody who hasn't been able to fight in 2 years.
I mean, he's pretty fucking obvious. He's arguably coming off of a robbery win his last fight.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And they're afraid for him to get his ass beat. They're afraid he's going to get his ass beat, so they give him Tony Ferguson and saying to people, hey, you guys remember how good he was? And hoping that they forgot that he hasn't been able to do shit lately.
I believe Ferguson will pull off this upset. Like, don't get me wrong. I know he's on his way out, but I think he has enough to beat Paddy Pimblett.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I want it to happen. I want that to happen very badly.
Ferguson's done, man.
That's why the fight makes no fucking sense. Why would you...
I've
you know what? They think we're dumb. They think we're dumb. That's why they made us match up.
You have to look past the carny bullshit to fucking actually find the story, dude. Like that's the thing. Like, Tony, we've discussed this many times on this show.
Pisses me off constantly.
I get it, but honestly, this is probably Tony's last fucking fight.
Right. He's gonna want to go out with a bang, and just remember that
you're gonna have to cut him. I think
he dropped Bobby Green in the first round of that fight. Like, he still has something, you know.
I could knock out Bobby. Bobby Green's gonna die this weekend, by the way.
He's up to slaughter. Like, it's not good. Like, I saw a video of what's the guy's name? Why can't I remember his name right now? That Bobby Green's fighting.
Dawson, what's his name? Grant
Dawson. Yeah.
Yeah. They showed 8 finishes on their YouTube channel. Bobby Green's done. Like, it's
Bobby Green's only fun, always fun, but
yeah, this is.
When he fights someone who's better than him, it doesn't go well. Like when he fought Makhachev, but that's exactly how he thought it would be. Oh,
real quick, I wanted to finish this thought. We've discussed this on this show multiple times. Every single time we both have agreed on this, that Tony Ferguson has not been the same since the Justin Gaethje fight. Like,
I think it happened sometime before the Gaethje fight. I feel like he got old then and we didn't know it.
No, I think Gaethje, when Tony was like kind of going like this.
He dropped Gaethje too. You guys remember? He did.
He did, but he got fucked up to the point where his brain was like, I can't. Do you remember his head when he was backing up?
Yeah, he was shaking. He was like, no,
I can't do this anymore. Like,
but you gotta realize he won like 11 straight fights before that, so he was due for a loss.
I'm not diminishing.
Was he due for 4 losses in a row, or however many it's been?
After 11 straight, you could forgive 4 or 5 losses.
Well, that's the thing. That 11 straight win, I think he was out of gas.
It's hard to win 2 fights. It's hard to win 2 or 3 fights in the lightweight division. If you win 11 straight, like that's.
Hey. Nobody sucks the dick of Tony Ferguson more on this show than probably me. I love that man and how he fights. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying his Waterloo was that Justin Gaethje fight. Like, for some reason,
probably so.
The who was it that towed him in the chin? Why can't I remember fucking who front kicked him? Fuck.
Oh, Michael Chandler.
Yeah, Chandler. When he did that and turned it and like devolved his face back to the Stone Age, like, he something about that Justin Gaethje loss marked basically the end of the Tony Ferguson era. Like, in my opinion, I know I can be wrong at times, but like, the proof has been in the last couple losses that he's had.
But to me, the Bobby
probably would have happened before then if he wasn't fighting Donald Cerrone before he fought Gaethje. That's who he beat. That was his last win of the 11th wins. He was probably done before that.
He caused fucking Donald Cerrone to look like the like fucking Brendel from The Fly. Like, that's the thing.
Cerrone didn't have anything
before that Cerrone, I believe it was Pettis. He was on his way out. But I'm just saying though, the guys that he's lost to, they're all top contenders. Gaethje, Chandler, Oliveira, who's about to win that belt back. So they're all top guys except for Bobby Green.
But Bobby Green beat his ass. Yeah, I think it's. Unfortunately, I think Patty's going to beat him, but I hope he doesn't. I want them to. Because I don't think Patty's that good yet. Maybe he will be eventually, but I know they want him to be a star so bad, so that I hope that he gets the fuck beat out of him.
This is his farewell fight, but I want him to go out like Lawler. Just like, y'all remember who the fuck I was before I leave.
Nobody will be mad. Nobody will be more happy to see that than me, because I have a poster upstairs of a fight that never happened between Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Thank God that fight never happened.
No, I think Tony would have fucked Khabib off. I really do. I'm
not even going to argue with you with that, because that's ridiculous.
Tony was so fast, dude, and he had jiu-jitsu on his side. Like, Dustin even put him in fucking thing. Good, we can talk Charlo and fucking Canelo, because I do want to talk about that with you. Okay. But no, I do think Khabib would have lost to Tony. I really do. That's an honest fucking opinion.
I like Tony Ferguson. I never thought, like, I thought he might have gave him one of his tougher fights, but I don't believe
he would have had the best chance of beating Khabib.
I agree, but I don't believe Khabib would ever lose to any lightweight ever. I really don't.
Hey, man, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu did some shit, all right? And Tony Ferguson, with a wrestling jiu-jitsu base, probably would have did some more damage than Dustin Poirier did by almost tapping Khabib. Like, yeah, and that's the only credit I'll ever give that cubic zirconius, thin-skinned piece of shit. You can come on the show, Dustin. I just won't respect you. I'm sorry. I won't respect you as a human being, or at least, well, no, as a fighter. As a man, you're great. You do stuff for charity. I love you for it. But as a fighter, you're garbage. I'll never respect him as a fighter. But let's talk. Pulse, did you watch the Canelo and Charlo fight?
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, were you surprised that Canelo was like kind of bullying Charlo? Like, he was pushing him up. He was being more aggressive, going for fucking broke almost every time he could get in the pocket to throw.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
was it a case of just like the lights, or like were they too bright for fucking Charlo, or what the fuck happened? Like, I mean, I love the fight. Don't get me wrong. I watched the whole thing, after the fact. I'll admit that. But yeah, Charlo fucking got bullied big time by the smaller guy, but one of the best fighters of all time.
Yeah, no, that's what's crazy. He was coming up in weight class, Charlo that is, and was still
two fucking weight classes. Right. Jesus.
But you could just tell that Canelo is a natural middleweight. Like, he carries a punch, and it was always going to be a tall order for him to beat Canelo, but he didn't show up like at all. Like, yeah. I guess, you gotta acknowledge it. Canelo is that guy, man. He is that guy.
He's the new GOAT of boxing. Like, besides obviously, and we need to talk, you and I, because you get boxing more than Tim does. Tim does watch boxing. But what is it? A couple weeks from now, one of the biggest heavyweight boxing fights ever is happening. And
Are you
somebody's
Fury and Ngannou?
Yeah. When is that?
Yeah, it's coming up this month. Well, first I think we got Logan Paul versus Dylan Danis for whatever.
I'll watch that. I'll watch that fight for free somewhere. I'll try and find a free stream. To be honest.
Right.
I mean, I did that for the Fury. I literally looked out for the Tommy Fury Jake Paul fight. I searched high and low, sir, high and low for a free stream of that fight because I had to support the gypsies. Like, I had to support the traveling community in that fucking fight, man. Like,
yeah, you know what, man? I don't see how it happens, but because I really don't like Dylan Danis, but I'm actually pulling for him in this one because as much as I don't like Dylan Danis, I can't stand Logan Paul.
I honestly,
I wish it was an MMA fight, because I know he would beat him there.
Well, Dylan Danis is a jiu-jitsu guy, yeah?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I know he would take him down and submit him easily. So I don't, from what I've seen, his sparring videos online, he really doesn't have good hands. So I don't see how he wins this fight. But yeah, that's a show. That's like a show. But yeah, Ngannou Fury is coming up this month in October, and yeah, man, really don't see how Ngannou. Well, he can knock him out.
No, October 28th. October 28th is, I think I have a fucking show that night. Oh, fuck.
Oh, really?
I have a show that night. Shit, Pulse. Shit. Or I'm doing something. No, I'm doing something 2 days later, and I have a day off from work the day after. Yeah, thinking ahead. I'll be, for this show, because it's good. The show I'm going to is on a Monday. I am going to be dead that Tuesday for the show. Like, I'm probably not going to drink, and I'm going to be, like, drinking fucking just hoggles of fucking water and shit, dude. Like, it's going to be bad. Here comes Tim. But, yeah, no, honestly, like, the news that came down for December is crazy. Just insane, dude.
Which December? For what?
For the undisputed and lineal, technically, heavyweight championship of boxing, Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury have signed contracts
for
to
December?
Fight in Saudi Arabia in December.
What's so funny about that is the Gandhi's probably sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, because he's going to get fucked up.
You would assume, unless he isn't training or something like that, he gets caught. But even then, I don't think it matters. I mean, Wilder couldn't knock him out.
And plus, his head movement is his head movement for a heavyweight, Tyson Fury's. I mean, when he does the lean, he gets backwards. He does fucking. I've never seen a heavyweight.
What if Ngannou's game plan is to just go in there and rib roast him? Just work his ample body. Don't even try to knock him out.
Have you seen Tyson Fury's workout videos? Have you ever seen where he's slamming a fucking medicine ball into his side saying, make it hurt?
I understand, but Ngannou probably packs a little bit harder of a punch than a guy throwing a medicine ball at him,
I don't know.
Hit harder than Wilder?
I don't know, man. According to Dana White, he hits with the same velocity as a Toyota Corolla going downhill with no brakes or something like that.
So he also said that the Power Slap mobile game had 400 million subscribers or some shit, downloads. So he said stuff. He just says things, Pauls. Like Ray, he'll just say things, alternative facts.
There's a microphone in my face. Yeah. I'm always right.
Paul's
learned that lesson.
That's what I was trying to say a while ago.
This weekend, I'll more than likely have your microphone in possession.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. That's
so once I get it and everything, we'll also get you an arm that you can hook up. Because you have a table. Are you on a table right now?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna get him this arm and
make him get this arm like you did me.
No, he gets this arm because he's done things for us that are nice, like bought you booze. Okay,
that's true. That's true.
Pulse bought you alcohol. I waved your $20 fucking bet. So I don't want to hear it.
That's
on your
true.
birthday.
That's true. So when the next UFC fight is, my dad's gonna be in town. I probably won't watch the pay-per-view because he's like, and I'm doing I have the gun raffle that night, which Ohio State Penn State's gonna be that night too. So that's gonna be a whole thing. And this place is such in the middle of nowhere where these gun raffles are that I'm not gonna be able to even look at the score on my phone. It's just like there's no service.
Poor first worlder.
I know, right? And but I'll say this. Are you going to the WWE show in Canton in November?
No, I might actually go to the one in Cleveland in December. It's December 11th.
The one in Canton is I liked it. It's at the Civic Center, but it's on the same night as that fight card in Millersburg. However, we'll only go to that if Andrew's fighting. They haven't found him anybody yet, so I don't know if they're going to or not.
Put him on Canton, goddammit. I'm going to Canton.
Well, he's not. They wanted to, but he doesn't want to do it because Brogan's fighting and Hunter's fighting, and one of those other guys is fighting, so he doesn't want to do it. He wants to corner them, so he's not fighting.
All right, I can understand that.
Yeah, I can too. I wanted to see him fight on that too, but I might go to that anyway because that'll be fun. But
it won't be the last time they run the Canton Civic Center.
Well, it will if it doesn't go well.
It depends. Well,
Ray almost got scammed, Pulse.
What happened?
Huh?
You almost got scammed by the fake Ohio Fight League from.
Well, I joined a group too, so that they messaged me to join a group.
Okay, I'll tell you that you said Ray almost got what now?
Scammed.
Oh.
Yeah, a fight promotion's a fake page of a fight promotion. He's like, they friended me. I'm like, Ray, that's not real. That's not real, Ray. And he's like, I gave him my social security number. I didn't do that, but that was next. He's like, I was going to email him. I'm like, don't email the scammers, Ray. It's going to be a whole thing. He's like, yeah, you can have our fighters if you give us your date of birth and your height and weight, your blood type, mother's baby.
I don't know. They're advertising stuff, but it's also, I don't know.
They do have an actual page, but it doesn't look like it's it. They wouldn't friend you if it was that kind of page.
They would, because we're MMA luminaries in this state.
It was a business page. The business pages don't friend people, Ray. That's not how that works.
All right, well, I unfriended them.
Good job. Okay, I saved you. I feel like I have to do the same thing with my mother. Mom, that's a scam. Mom, that's a scam.
No, you know what my favorite one is? Anytime, like, and Pulse, I don't know if you get this, where, like, absolute and utter 20s. Like, hot fucking broads.
Dude, the bots love you.
Yeah, the bots fucking love my ass, dude. Like,
he's going to be the king of the world when AI takes over. He's going to be their emperor because I love him so much.
You seem like the best, Patsy.
Do people still get catfish nowadays?
Oh, yeah. Dude, did you just hear about that woman who gave a bunch of money to a guy who's pretended to be one of the actors from Stranger Things?
Yes, I did, man. That was pathetic.
Again, I don't like victim blaming. I don't. But man, you gotta. Listen, the bad person in this absolutely was a scammer. However, it's hard for me to be like, come on.
I don't know, man. That woman, that's a grown ass woman. Like, come on, like, what are you?
And you talk to her. She seems like a normal, like.
Didn't she
did not seem stable in the slightest.
Well,
that is a woman with a lot of anxiety and depression issues. That's who that was. But that's a woman who needed that to be real.
I mean, like why would the actor?
I don't know.
Like, why would he? Out of all people, like, why would he choose her? Like, I don't understand how. That thought process, but like it's whatever. People out there, I don't know.
Yeah,
listen. I may be one of the ones who be like, I can't talk shit about her though because I don't want to victim. Like I'm having a hard time not, but I don't want to.
I can understand like people getting catfished nowadays. Like it'd be one thing if he FaceTimed you, but you got catfished through text.
Pulse, there's a whole YouTube page that goes on deep dives for catfishing. Like people send them stuff. Like this woman didn't know. She got a hold of the YouTube page and they did a deep dive. I don't know how deep it took, but they're like, yeah, this is fake. But apparently there's a whole YouTube page where they just do catfish stuff, which is actually like I kind of want to start watching it.
I just don't understand like these simps that have OnlyFans pages. It's like you realize You're not talking to the woman. You're talking to some guy who's pretending
9
to be
times
a
out of
woman.
10, yeah, you're like her producer and all that. Like you
Right.
ain't talking to the fucking straight up bitch, dude. Like,
I mean, it's like you got to think.
There's some BBWs out there that do it. Like,
right.
they'll direct
She has
message.
millions of fans. What are the odds she'll just set aside 20 minutes to talk to you? Like,
well, it depends. How much money did you give her? But you know, I don't find it a coincidence that the Merriam-Webster dictionary put the word simp in at the same time as they put the word kayfabe in. That makes sense.
That,
to
Pulse?
Me.
They put the wrestling term kayfabe in the dictionary finally.
That's good. I've said that. I've used that term a lot. A lot of people don't realize what that means. I don't.
Dude, I didn't know till recently. I know that. Like it wasn't until I started watching those behind the Dark Side of Wrestling.
Well, there's a few terminologies. Like I mentioned the word heel, and people had no idea what the hell I was talking about. I was like, a heel and a face. You don't know what that means? And they're like, no, what is heel and face? And I explained to them a bad guy and a good guy.
Yeah, if kayfabe's in there, you think heel would be in there, or at least that definition of heel is probably under the word heel.
Yeah.
But in bracketology, they also put bracketology in the dictionary.
So stupid. So stupid.
Really?
The art of hanging out with your bros at a BW3s. That's what bracketology is.
Bracketology is basically one guy whose whole job with ESPN is just watching college basketball and talking about who might make the tournament. He's been doing that for years, and I think he does it from his basement. That's like he's only on TV like 1 month out of the year. That's really kind of a great job.
I have a question for you guys. Is there any way that you guys like? Have you ever acquired press credentials for some of these local shows that you go to?
No, we should though, but
a lot of them have their own podcasts. Like the Cage Thunder, they have their own show, and they had another guy that works with.
I think we should collab with them though. Like I really do.
I don't know if they tell us no, but I don't
like come on, have them come on the show. I'd love to have them on our show. Like why not, dude? Like
call them. I don't care.
Well, the only reason I ask is
call Pat Milters first, but yeah, call him.
Well, the only reason I ask is because they, like here in Texas, they have the LFA, the Legacy Fighting Alliance, and I wanted to see if I could.
That's where Pat got fired from, actually.
Yes. So I was wondering, like, can anybody? Because I think anybody could be MMA media. You don't have to go to school for journalism or nothing. So it's like, can I just apply?
Yeah, if you have a blog,
they're not checking bachelor degrees or anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can I use this show as like
If you want to do interviews and post them to our fucking channel,
yes,
dude, go ahead.
Content is
you can
content,
interview homeless people.
We don't give a shit.
Interview homeless people as Bro Bro Plata. That's fine too. Actually, do that.
Yeah, but I mean, like the schmo, he just put on a suit and developed that gimmick and went to UFC events. It's like, how did he get out? Like, how did
it's an email address?
I mean, you might have to use
I know
name.
I had at one point. Oh my god, this reminds me of the dumbest story. So my friends and I were getting ready to buy tickets to UFC 210. Do you know what I did to make sure we knew when the sale day was, or try and figure out when the sale day was? I called Las Vegas. I called the UFC offices at the time to fucking find out. No, it was early. Like I tried to break the code. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I was trying to get the inside so we could be like, hey, when are tickets?
Did someone answer the phone?
Yeah, I actually got people. Like it was weird. Like I got a secretary who put me on hold and then went to find out, and then we're like, yeah, we haven't announced it. We're gonna announce it soon. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. But I called Vegas. You can just call their PR department and be like, hey, we're a podcast. Can we get fucking press credentials? And we'd probably get them, to be honest with you.
Well, I actually applied for press creds whenever John Jones fought Dominic Reyes. It was UFC in Houston, and they never got back to me. So,
well, yeah, you weren't. Were you doing a regular thing at the time, or were you just trying to start something?
Yeah, I was just trying to start something. I told him I wrote that I have a YouTube channel, and I guess that didn't impress anybody. So,
Yeah, you gotta have hundreds and hundreds of people that watch this show, and
Dozens and dozens of people are waiting for the game to start.
And dozens every single week.
Like I got 800 subs. Does that sway y'all? Yeah.
Stop bragging, Pulse.
Yes. Why the fuck are you? You know what with your reels?
I'm assuming most of them are bots, so it's like it's not a flex.
I think all of ours are bots too.
I've learned a hard lesson about fucking the algorithm because of my gaming channel at Scally Bandit. I post shorts all the time. My shorts are getting dick right now. Like nothing. It's sad. Like I look at my numbers. I'm like fucking 400. I was getting $2,000 each time. Like it's
somebody needs to start. One of us, not it, needs to start fucking somebody at YouTube.
I'll do it.
Just like get us like fucking sneaked into the algorithm. I don't care if
it's the fat girl in the mailroom. Let's go. I can get my fucking foot in the door. I'll work my way up to CEO.
Whoever's on the algorithm, whoever could sneak us in without anyone noticing, which I'm sure could happen. 100%. Like I bet every programmer at YouTube has a giant YouTube channel.
Oh,
they don't do anything. It's just they're always on the front page.
Yes.
Well, that's like I really want to do that. Like I just want to do it for the experience. Like don't get me wrong, it would be great to get paid for it, but if I could I want to interview fighters and I want to
do it.
Interview fans at events.
Yeah. Well, number one, you can just go and just do it.
Yeah, we're open to content. If you're willing to send me content, I'll post that shit immediately. Like if you want to do that shit, I love you for it because I didn't think about that when we were at Cage Thunder. I was more interested in actually seeing like Julian Lane, a fucking pop culture icon in front of me. Like I didn't think about content at all. But, Tim should have been taking video. Fucking he was front row.
I was watching with my eyes.
Yeah, but you could have like
nope. From seeing multiple events with me that I fucking hate doing that.
I will admit, I am the content guy on this show. Like I
don't like having content, but I hate I didn't spend $400 on a ticket to watch it through my phone. I hate doing that. I got a little bit of video of Gyllenhaal, but that's it. Like the fights, I watch with my eyeballs, man. I fucking hate doing that. And some people are into it. When I go, I take like one picture, maybe one video at the beginning, and then I'm done. Phone's in the pocket.
Is that right? Like you prefer watching them at home versus seeing it?
No. I'm saying when I'm at
he likes
venue,
to not see it through a phone.
Yeah, I don't like to fuck with my phone when I'm at a place.
Well, can you see the actual fight like through the fence? Is it? I've heard some people go and they'll actually watch the big screen rather than watch.
It's tough.
I've never had too much of a problem. When we had the cage side seats, I saw it completely fine. It was through the fence, but it was no problem. Listen, the judges watched through the fence, so obviously it's not that big a deal.
I honestly think if you're like ringside, you're good. Honestly, because you can stand up and be like, oh, fuck yeah. But like, if you're a couple rows back, it's a little difficult when you're sitting.
I've never had a problem looking through.
I mean, isn't it right that the judges have like multiple monitors in front of them so they can see fingers?
In the UFC, yes, not the local shows. The local shows, they don't at all. They don't have anything.
You have to Chris Lieben that. By the way, I think I said on the last show with Pulse that I did, congratulations to Chris Lieben for becoming a Nevada State Athletic Commission judge.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, congratulations, man. We need more MMA fighters.
Yeah. It's
to
funny.
Be judges.
Have been calling for that, but once they start fucking shit up, then they're not gonna call for it anymore. Like they're gonna realize that like it's hard for everybody. Like, it's
fucking Don Fry has so much head injury. He thought that was an 8.
No, but you know what? Like I think you're onto something, Ray, because like they know the game better than
yeah.
How many times do we see judges fuck up a decision and it's like
Adelaide Bird? Do we have to say any more? Like,
let's get Adelaide Bird. No, let's not, because Ray will be mean to her.
I would not. I would be very respectful to Mrs. Bird. I would be. I absolutely would be. But I would call into question. I would bring her cards up. I would. And be like, "What were you thinking with this one? What were you thinking with this one?" Like I would.
She's had some bad blunders, but also it's like you see Frank Trigg is a referee now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To me, that's good because he's been in there before. He knows what is a foul. He knows what is, so it's like, I think it's good,
However, it doesn't automatically mean you're going to be good at it, right? So, I mean, I remember one of the guys I umpire with, he asked, like, when I played, the first year doing high school ball was my first year out of high school. So he asked, like, if I played. I'm like, I haven't played since I was, like, 14. He's like, oh, that doesn't matter. He's like, I know guys who were great ball players who were terrible umpires and guys who were shitty ball players, great umpires. So I'm like, it has nothing to do with, that. But I really think that people would be more at ease, at least at first, if there was more fighters being judges. However, like I said, if we start getting a giant influx of them and there's still cards we get are getting fucked up, they won't give a shit who it is. They'll still talk shit no matter who it was. Leaving a notice to judge. I think Jake Ellenberger's another one who's a judge now too, somewhere. Maybe in Omaha and Nebraska, maybe. I don't know. But I
still think though, you get those vets in there, you get those like third generation.
Listen, we might
guys.
as well fucking try it. Like, might as well give it a go.
Yeah.
But how many of those guys want to do it? It's not like it's a high-paying job. It's not.
Well, I mean, though, you should do it to want to make
for love of the game
sport better. I mean, you would want to actually have guys who are like, oh yeah, with that takedown, I'm gonna get with 3 takedowns in a round, I'm gonna give a fucking 10-8. Like, just dominated the entire time.
How do judges even become judges? Who says that they know how to score fights?
The state athletic commission.
Yeah, athletic commissions. I don't know. That's another reason I want to have Chuck Haskell on, because I don't know how you do it now in Ohio. I know how you used to, because I was very close to getting my license, but then I just stopped. I don't know. I needed to do trial judging one more time. I did it twice. If I would have done one more, they would have given me my license, and I was like 22.
Well, how did Adelaide Bird get down? Like, how did she?
I have no idea.
Well,
boxing first. They gave her an MMA license because she was a boxing judge, but I don't know how she was a boxing.
It's palms that are greased. I guarantee you, she knows people.
Like I know her husband is a referee, but I'm just saying, like, who told her that?
And that's why she's a fucking judge, bro. Like. Okay. She got put in. Like, that's not a person who knows how. Like, anytime I see her name on a card, I'm like, fuck. Hopefully we get finishes.
I haven't seen it in a long time though. It's been a long time.
Well, yeah, because fucking Dana probably bitch, but sometimes you do get her on boxing cards. She'll get rotated in.
You know who's been pretty outspoken about her, even though it's been a long time, is Mr. Militich. We should ask him about. Shoot, there was something else. Man,
well, no, he talked about it on our show.
I had a question for him. I hope I remember it. Fuck, I should have written it down.
I'll message him first thing in the afternoon.
Because
I have a crazy fucking morning tomorrow.
I believe you, but you've said that a lot.
When is his fight?
Like in a week, the 14th, right? It's like something like that. Yeah, 14th.
So I'm gonna aim for Tuesday.
But I saw he just did an interview with somebody else, so I feel like he'll do it. So at first I'm like, is he going to do any interviews right now? But
he said he'd be happy to be back on. I mean, when we messaged him and broke the story officially through the actual person involved, we knew this was going to happen. And Mike Jackson apparently still hasn't backed out. So
yeah, I guess it's going to be what it feels like compared to other fights. I mean, at times he was fighting obviously to win, and he had a lot of motivation to win. But has he ever hated somebody that much? This is like him wanting to really punch someone in the face, other than just fight him to just win the title or whatever, or your job, or for the sport.
Yeah,
this is
so that's next Saturday,
the 14th, I believe.
Yeah, so we got to get him on.
Yeah, we'll get him on. It's fine.
He's had to have a busy week here coming up, Ray. See if we can get him on for Thursday. Ask him tomorrow so we see if we can get him for Thursday.
All right, I will. Because
I don't want him, if we only have 3 days to do it. Well, I'll do it anytime that week he has. We'll figure it out. But
I hope he's training for this. I'm sure he's training for this. But
yeah, he's in his gym training for sure. Like, I don't think he's gonna come out. I mean, the fight he had during the pandemic, he looked in really great shape and kept his own. I mean, the guy that he was fighting was an older guy too, but he looked in great fucking shape.
So I feel like Jackson's
a guy
not gonna
who's
show up.
50-something years old.
I feel like he doesn't have. I feel like Jackson isn't even planning on showing up. I hope that's not true. Because that would just be. Seems like he would just be like a him move to just be like, I'm just gonna get everyone pumped up for it, everyone ready, make him train, and then say, nope, I was never gonna fight you. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's fucked.
That's what they're saying about Dylan Danis, because apparently he has a history of backing out. So they got Mike Perry ready to go to fight Logan Paul, which to me is actually that's a better fight.
Not for Logan, it's not.
No, yeah, Mike Perry will be.
Are we talking about boxing? It's boxing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Mike Perry's gonna.
Yeah, Mike Perry would fuck his world up.
That's why I'm hoping Dylan Danis pulls out. You know.
How about Julian Lane, Jake Paul? I watched that.
Yeah, he's the alternate. Oh, son, the Mike. I want to get Mike Perry on this fucking show. Like, I want to be with my white trash brethren. Like, it's.
Like, I feel like if Dylan Danis pulls out and then they book Mike Perry, I feel like Logan Paul's gonna pull out. He's like, fuck this shit.
No, you can't. You can't. I'm sorry. You're already like.
I wouldn't
cancel the fight and people are buying the pay-per-view already.
Yeah. I wouldn't respect him less for getting his ass kicked by Mike Perry. I wouldn't really.
No,
good for him. Whenever he fought him,
he stepped in the ring
out.
Yeah, he stepped in the ring with a beast.
Logan Paul has a history of doing this shit. Like the people with that NFT, he'll do scummy shit like this. Like, so
I would trust Jake before I trust Logan with anything, especially business wise. I can't hate the Paul brothers, especially Jake. I really can't hate Jake.
No,
I don't think he's doing anything wrong. Not really. And he's hurting boxing. He's not though. He got that one woman a giant payday that she would have gotten without him probably. So like, I mean. He's not hurting boxing. He's not. Even Tyson said so. I believe him. When it comes to that.
No, did you hear? Did you hear? Apparently, Jake Paul is fighting. What's his name? What's the guy's name? Middleweight from the UFC. Uriah Hall. That's it.
Okay.
Fight a boxer, dude. Fight a boxer. Just shut up and fight a boxer. I'm getting sick of this. I really am. Fight a boxer. Fight a boxer.
I mean, I feel like Uriah Hall has enough left to beat Jake Paul in the boxing, but then again, I thought that about Anderson Silva, so I don't know.
And Diaz and all those guys, right? But like, fight a boxer. He fought one boxer and he lost to him. He put up a good fight, but fight a boxer. Fight a boxer.
Mike Tyson's still out there.
Mike Tyson's busy training Francis Ngannou, and he's doing the same things that teaching him probably the same things that gave him issues against fucking technical boxers back in the day. Sorry, everybody forgets Mike Tyson's this great guy, but he sucked against truly technical boxers.
Oh, 100%. He never beat anybody real good. Not anybody awesome.
Who?
Tyson.
What?
All the tough guys he got his ass beat by.
He beat Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes was old when he beat him.
I'm just saying, he beat Larry Holmes, the guy who has a win over Muhammad Ali. So it's like
he was old, man. I'm just saying his toughest fights against like Holyfield and Lewis, he lost those fights, right? So
yeah.
Now listen, he would fucking crush a tomato can, man. He'd eat those guys for lunch. But with the toughest guys he fought, he had trouble. A lot of trouble. Teddy Atlas says the same thing. And he trained him.
The thing with Tyson, and I respect and love Mike Tyson to death. I still want to have some of those ears that he made that are THC infused.
That is hilarious.
It's a 6-hour drive to Illinois, and there's a part of me that wants to take a 6-hour drive the week of a payday.
What are those? Is that beef jerky?
No, they're gummies.
Gummies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's like a chunk of the ear missing. In the
doesn't he owe like Holyfield some money for that?
Probably. That's why he made the fucking gummies. Probably.
What would he though? I don't know. Is it like a mold of his ear?
I feel like that's gimmick infringement or something like that.
I don't think so, man.
Not when you created the gimmick. You're the one that created the fucking the angle.
Unless they took a mold of his ear when he was sleeping, I don't think he's owed anything for it.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
I guarantee you, like they probably took a piece, they took like a mold maybe of Homeboy's ear, but like to make him smaller. But
I would complain if there's a bite missing in my gummies. I'm like, what the hell, man? I want a fucking full gummy, fucking.
Well, I just
want better, Tim. Do better.
Yeah, I agree. Jake Paul should fight a boxer, but he's only fighting MMA fighters or guys that are past their prime. So I'm thinking like,
another basketball player. Let's do that. Emo Jimmy Butler.
If he's gonna fight a basketball player, there's one name that comes to my mind, and that is Ron Meta World Peace Artest.
Ooh.
What about Sean Kemp? How fat is Sean Kemp now?
Jeez.
He actually looks decent.
I'm curious.
He was spotted at AEW's Wrestle Dream in Seattle on Sunday.
Of course he was. Sean Kemp.
He was front row.
Was he there with his gaggle of children?
All 17 of them. Yes, he was. They took up 3 rows, Tim. They took up 3 rows.
That's hilarious. I remember he had them all at a press conference, and the picture of it looked like the Last Supper. He was like Jesus, and they had all his kids right next to him. It was funny.
This comedian named Country Wayne.
Yeah,
he has a special on Netflix, but apparently he has 10 children.
I don't get people who have a lot of kids, man. Like fucking cut
off.
You
know what? Part of me kind of, I don't know if it's like it's like a genetic thing, but I'm like, as part of me wish I could have spread my seed all over the country. Just children I don't see in all 50 states. Just a bunch of Dankos running around.
I mean, like, is that accurate? Like 17 kids for real for Sean Kemp?
I don't know.
Because if that's true, it's no wonder why he's broke now, right?
Yeah, I'll Google it.
No, I'm looking it up right now. Sean Kemp.
Well, I remember I heard a report that the late rapper Old Dirty Bastard had like 24 kids. And
yeah.
that was just what was confirmed. So like there might be more.
At least 7, but I thought that he had more than that.
Yeah, with 6 different women. So one broad he came back for. Like, think about the love.
Dude, no, it's probably twins.
Do you realize the 7 how many people are playing basketball?
What? 5?
5
at a time. Yes.
It's 5 on 5. I thought it was like 6 on 6. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh! All right, so you're now never allowed to say anything about the LeBron Jordan debate ever again. Just so you know.
LeBron and the championships is what matters in that debate. And Jordan won every single final he was in, except for the ones against what was it?
No, every single one. 6.
Yeah, he won every single one. LeBron gave up like a bitch. Gave up like a bitch in every single one that he lost. Bitch.
You score more points.
Nope, it's what fits on the fingers that
you
matters.
Forget, listen, this is a team sport. If we're talking about tennis, it'd be different. It's the team sport. You forget that.
Yeah, and Jordan made his players better. LeBron
you don't know how many people
play
on a team at one time. You don't know anything. Get out of here.
What?
That's the other argument. To me, that's the argument. LeBron never won a ring without a super team.
Jordan, he had great teams.
He had Scottie Pippen. That was it.
Steve Kerr, Luke Longley.
They were all made better by fucking Jackson and Jordan.
Greg Anthony. All those guys. He had guys.
LeBron buying a WNBA team and putting it in Cleveland. That would be hilarious, actually.
Yeah, I want the Rockers back, bro. Let's bring them back.
But no, you can't, like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, it doesn't matter about fucking points. It doesn't matter about fucking anything.
Okay.
I get it, but like to me, LeBron is one of the most overrated NBA stars of all time. Like he's not as good
You
as
just told me you don't know how many people play on the court at once.
I'm aware, but I know numbers.
I have to agree with Ray, man. I have to agree with Ray. He's good.
Whatever, man.
Good.
He can do things that Jordan can never do, like play the five. But
if
like,
he was. If he was on the Rockets in 93 and 4, he would have been Clyde Drexler. Or at least Kenny the Jet Smith, a guy who could hit outside three-pointers and show focus. But he would not have been the star of any 90s fucking team that played like for the championship.
I'm not having this argument anymore.
To me, I can settle it with just one argument. Like Michael Jordan, if you look at the players he played with on the Dream Team, like none of those guys got rings because they were in the league the same era as him. You know, like Barkley, Malone, Stockton, none of those guys have rings. And if you look at LeBron James
and the teams he played on,
yeah, but I'm just saying, like none of those guys have rings. You know, and it's like LeBron. You look at people of his era, most of those guys have rings. Steph Curry has rings, you know.
Yeah, they all played on the same team.
Who?
Yes, 2 joints, you're right. That's what I'm not letting happen. What?
I thought we were friends, 2 joints. I thought we were friends.
No, listen. The thing is, I'm done talking about it after he said I thought it was 6-on-6. Like
honestly, I did. I thought it was 6-on-6. I don't know why.
I
was thinking arena football, maybe. I don't fucking know.
Who's the greatest arena football team of all time? Let's talk about that.
The Cleveland Thunderbolts.
The Iowa Barnstormers.
Yes, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner.
Man, interesting, Ray. You're not talking any shit about the Browns playing like shit on Sunday. Maybe because the same thing happened to fucking Pittsburgh against Houston of all teams.
Well, no.
Stroud had like 400 yards against them.
Here's the thing, Tim. Isn't 6-on-6 beach volleyball?
There's also 2-on-2 beach volleyball. That's fun.
Which is hot, by the way.
You know what? The Olympics is next summer in Paris, right?
Yeah. And they have a bed bug infestation problem apparently.
What?
They're trying to like fucking actually fucking take care of that shit before the fucking.
They're gonna bug bomb the whole city.
Fuck yeah, they will, dude.
You're just gonna see a tarp over the Eiffel Tower.
I was about to say, so many tarped off buildings, so much gas. Oh my god, they're gonna fucking like people will have weeks off of fucking work because every place is gonna get fucking bombed. Like they're not gonna fucking let the Olympics have bed bugs. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna be a thing.
Because LeBron said he's gonna play. I mean, already Durant committed. LeBron like is flirting with committing.
Well,
do you think he's gonna push for Bronny to be on the team?
On the Olympic team?
Yeah.
I thought you had to be a pro, but this might.
No, you don't have to be a pro. No, because at one point there was only college kids, and the first Dream Team, Christian Laettner was on that team before he was drafted.
Well, the only reason I brought up
put him on the team over Shaq.
I was gonna say that in most Olympic sports, I would actually prefer watching the women compete than the men. Like track and field. There's that, and obviously gymnastics. You know. Do the men even have a gymnastics team?
Oh, they do, but it weirds me out. I don't know why it shouldn't, but it's. I mean, listen, they are jacked and they're super athletic, but I'm watching. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's not fair for me to feel that way. But no, I talked about a bunch that I am absolutely a sports feminist. All right, so it's like I enjoy watching the women's Olympics as much as the men's.
And even World Cup soccer, like the men's teams.
Fucking Team USA fucking choke job. Fuck bullshit that was. Anyway.
What happened? With the men?
No, the women. They choked hard.
Yes, but throughout the years, hasn't there been more stars in women's soccer? Like, you know?
Yeah. Also, because the United States stars play their club ball in different countries. Like Kristen Pulisic plays Chelsea, I think. So, they don't play here. There's not that many MLS Americans that play on the national. There's a couple. But most of them play other places.
I mean, throughout the years, I could probably only name 3 men's U.S. soccer team players. and I could name multiple women. So it's like,
yeah, dude. Back in the
Well,
day
'cause
when
they
Timmy
won.
Howard was a
That's the
goalkeeper,
thing.
man, that was.
I was about
I
to
like
say
Timmy
they
Howard because he
won.
had Tourette's.
yeah,
Yeah, they
Tim
also win
Howard,
too.
Landon Donovan. Back in the day, there was a guy, a redhead fellow named Alexi Lawless.
Yeah, Lux, dude, his fucking hair was nuts. Yeah. No, those guys, and I love the World Cup, dude. I enjoy it. I had a blast watching it, and I can't wait for the next one that's going to be here, and a little bit in Canada, and a little bit in Mexico. But all the big games are going to be in America, and a dream would be to get to one of them. But I think the closest one's going to be like Kansas City. I think.
And if you want to send us to that, there is a PayPal link
You want to
down
send
below.
us to? So I think they're playing the final in New York or New Jersey.
Can one of y'all take me off for just a split second?
You can do that.
All
right. Hold on. Yes. Pulse remove from screen.
But I told you before that I was in Germany during the World Cup in 06, and I didn't even know it was happening until we got over there, and it was like all that was happening over there. It was nuts. It was cool just to be around when that was happening because we saw people from all over the place wearing their colors and face paints everywhere. And in every city we went, there was at least one spot with like a giant projection screen and bleacher seating, and the place was packed.
Yeah.
And we wanted to go to one, but no one would let us because we were there on a school trip. But that even looked fun. Like it just, there was like a couple thousand people just on these bleacher seats watching this game. It was fun.
I think the most like fun I ever had for any kind of international play of any sport, I went to Quaker Steak and Lube in Menor for the Winter Olympic final between Canada and the USA
in hockey.
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be fun too. That's always fun. But like now, the NHL players aren't even playing in the Olympics, so they didn't.
No, and this was like height NHL players. Like Sidney Crosby was on Canada. Evgeny Malkin was in Russia.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
It was, but what was my favorite part, and it shouldn't be, but it was like when Canada, I think they won in overtime, if I remember correctly. I can't. It was like late 2000s, like 09, 2010, like one of those years, or probably the 20. Yeah, it was after my dad died. I remember that, but like the dejection.
12?
It wasn't 2012.
16 or 8.
No.
No, I'm thinking. No, that's summer. That's summer. When did we have the last winter? We just had it, didn't we?
Like 2 years ago, yeah.
Or last
Winters
year?
every 2 years.
No, it's every.
Yeah, it was.
Years.
Yeah, no. China had their 2020, or no, China had their 2020
Olympics altogether is every 2 years, but once every 4 years is winter, every 4 years is summer, but they're 2 years apart.
Yes.
Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, like being in the bar and while that goal was scored by Team Canada, and you just felt the air. It might have actually been the 2010 Olympics. But it was, you could just feel the dejection and everybody's fucking like shit. I was like 21, 22.
Crazy is it looking back on the just the importance, more than just sports importance, of that 1980 semifinal between the United States and the Soviet Union and hockey and Lake Placid.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the fact, looking back, that it was broadcast on tape delay. How crazy is that?
Yeah, right.
They fucking tape delay.
Yeah, dude. And it was one of the most watched fucking things in this country ever.
But the thing is also, I mean, I'm sure a handful of people heard somehow through people on trains and people making phone calls to newspapers, places, but there was no internet. So you didn't actually know until you watched it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of nuts. I'm sure some people probably heard it through the grapevine, but still, but that's such a giant game in the history of sports, period.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's so crazy that it was on a tape delay. It would never happen now. It'd be live somewhere. Even if it was 3 a.m, it'd be live somewhere.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think though that would be worked out to where it's like where people can watch it in this country if it's in another
No,
country.
right. Like when the World Cup of
Like even if
or
it's
the
1 a.m. in fucking Russia or wherever the fuck, they'd be like, "Oh, it's 8 p.m. here."
Right. Like a lot of times it'll be like they'll get a 10 o'clock local time start or something like pretty late, but so it's like a 1 p.m. or like a nooner here, something reasonable. Like that happens all the
Yeah.
time. Like when there was this happening when the United States were playing in the FIBA World Cup in
FIFA.
basketball. No, FIBA basketball.
FIBA. Okay.
I know what I'm talking about here.
Hey, I don't
in
know
basketball,
where you're going.
FIBA. What?
I don't know where you're going.
FIBA World Cup in basketball that just happened. Like the games would be locally like 9 a.m. Although there it was like 10 p.m. So it was like real late. But the other games are out at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. But that was as decent as they could make it for the United States audience was 9 a.m. Eastern time. It was the best they could do.
Yeah. To me, like those kind of things are also it's like the UFC. The last couple fights before I think this one, they were all fucking like weird times of the goddamn day.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view is the main card starts at 2 p.m. I think.
2.
Yeah, because it's in Abu Dhabi.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it in Riyadh? Okay. Or whatever, where fucking Fight Island was.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, let's see. Main card. Fucking 2 p.m. What the fuck, man?
Honestly, I actually like that. Especially, listen, my dad wasn't in town. It'd be different because Ohio State plays at night. That would be perfect, actually. But actually, I don't know if Ohio State plays at night. They haven't announced that. But Penn State and Ohio State are both undefeated. It's going to be a night game. You would assume. Let's see if they announced it yet. Tell me. Nope, they haven't told us yet. The next 2 games are at noon, though. Dude, you know what? Maryland's 5-0. We play Maryland this week at home, and Maryland hasn't lost a game yet, so they can play. No, he used to be the coach of Maryland.
Who?
Matthew Canada.
Were they shit?
No, they won. Why do you think he got the Steelers job?
He's fucking garbage, man.
Yeah, I know people hate him. I hate him for you because it's not going well. Dude, I'm pretty pissed at Stefanski too, but yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Luckily our defense always for some reason is pretty fire. So
well, it wasn't last week. Same thing with the Browns. It wasn't last week, but mainly because they were on the field 90% of the time. Like, what do you expect them to do?
I still haven't
3 and
watched.
out every time. You're doing nothing. Like
I don't watch Steelers games. I watch it through Pittsburgh, Dad. That's how I watch Steelers games because I can look up the score, know we lost, and then watch his reaction and get jokes at least. The
NFL puts recaps of all the NFL games on YouTube, or you can watch them through Google. But they're like 10 minutes, and you see everything important.
Yeah,
even something's not important because there's not really that much action in an NFL game. So they just play after play, and that's it. Big Ten does something where they do it in an hour with commercials. They do so like 44 minutes. They'll give you every play.
What?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It's called It's like what is it called? Big Ten in 60 or something like that. Yeah, it's 44 minutes of airtime that they just give you every play.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I don't know, man. Like, I can't stomach football. Like, there's just
okay. That's you. Whatever. I love football. Whatever.
I get you love football, but like, I can mock you for one of the slowest things I've ever experienced in my life.
The truth is, you know what? That is actually true. But the thing about football is when it is going, those 5 or 6 seconds at a time are fucking awesome.
I mean, sure,
fucking
but
awesome
like,
6 seconds.
That's why I love, again, and I've said this on this show, that's why I love hockey. Hockey is just attention deficit disorder perfect. Like, it's
same
fast.
Thing with soccer, except
Ooh, I don't know, dude. I got
Except,
kind of bored.
well, there's a reason why they sing songs in the stands, because a lot of soccer is just them kicking the ball back and forth in midfield, hoping you get it close to a goal.
Yeah.
When it gets close to the goal, because there's not a lot of score, and that's you're like, oh crap, they're close. They're kind of sort of close. They're kind of sort of close. That's why it's fun.
Yeah.
I am waiting for. They're building a soccer only stadium somewhere in Cleveland. It's not going to be a big one because it's going to be like the third tier or something of American soccer. Oh, that's just football and soccer, but
Cleveland's getting a team, yeah.
Yeah, so I said but I'm like, dude, I want to become like a hardcore fan of that third tier. Like, so, it's gonna be like young guys, like 18, 19-year-olds. But I'm like, I'm excited for that. They're talking about putting in relegation, but they never will. I wish they would, but they're not gonna do it. They're talking about it with the NCAA
Again,
sports too.
And you've said this. I wish. Oh, Pulse is not back. I thought he was back. He is, so I'm sitting for a second. But I think honestly, football should have relegation, and what would make it more fun is the Browns would be the biggest bubble team, because I think they would dominate whatever the XFL and USFL is going to merge into.
Oh yeah, we talk about that either. They're merging. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, I feel like
we
the Browns
to give the team.
Are they? They're not.
I said they need to. I mean, like, because they've been. Move one of the USFL teams to Canton. If they've been playing games at Canton, call one of the teams Canton, and we will fucking fall in love with them automatically. Like, you just do that. Give us the Generals. Don't give us the Maulers, because Pittsburgh fucking staying that. We don't want that.
What about the Bulldogs?
That wouldn't be. That was a pro team. You'd have to be so many. NFL would have to okay that, which they wouldn't. So anyway,
really.
But, yeah, because they own the Bulldogs, because they was an NFL team.
Do they own the fucking thing?
I'm assuming, and also the high school, McKinley's high school team's called the Bulldogs, so they wouldn't do that. But
hold on,
I don't even know what the question to ask.
Bulldogs trademark.
I mean, they were an NFL team. I'm assuming they probably still own it. I'm sure it's not up for grabs. I bet it would be such a pain in the ass to try to name them that they wouldn't even try. But the Canton McKinley High School, which is the high school that's literally right next to the stadium, they're called the Bulldogs. But but no, I don't think they would do that. The old arena, the old indoor team. Old indoor team was called the Legends. That was a cool name. I like that. Bring back the Legends. Can't Legends.
No.
But I don't care what it's called. Like, give us the New Jersey Generals.
Imagine the history pieces, though.
Give us the Generals. I don't care. Give us one of those teams from the USFL no one's using anymore. Give us the fucking Panthers. I don't give a shit. But just give us one and make it a Canton team, because that'd be sweet. Like, I would automatically be a fan. I'd buy a T-shirt right away. Like, I would love. Like, no matter who they're called. Yeah, no matter what they're called. I don't care what they're called. As long as they're not called like the Nazis or something like that.
That's like North Canton more than anything else.
South Canton.
South Canton? Okay.
Well, South Canton is basically T County, which is pretty funny. Canton South, as I call it, Canton South. But yeah, Canton South is basically like, it's North T County. It's North Bolivar.
North Bolivar. But no, yeah, man. Like, the idea of having like, a professional team in Canton would be dope.
It would be sweet.
But also, I do want professional regulation or relegation in NFL or American football.
Dude, it'd be sweet. It's never gonna happen.
Imagine the teams that would be like the ones that are always bubble teams. Like, if you look at the Browns would dominate the USFL XFL merger. Like, they would dominate. I think they would be pretty fucking good.
Dude, if you
maybe Memphis would give them an issue, but that would be.
I don't guess any of those teams, man. Well, the biggest problem with those teams is why they actually have rules in some of those leagues against blitzing, is because it's the offensive linemen that are the problem. Like, the offensive line is the position that no one ever gets picked up from those leagues.
That's why I say, like, the Browns would be a big bubble team because the blitzing. The fact that, like, blitzing would help the Browns the anti-blitzing shit would help the Browns because they get blitzed constantly and fucking fold like cheap card tables, and their quarterbacks get hurt constantly.
They're fine. Our offensive line's fine.
Ish.
And for and we had, in those bad teams, we had one of the best tackles of all time. So,
sure, but
can you imagine him in one of those lower tier leagues, man? He'd murder people.
Oh yeah. What was his name?
Anyway, Joe Thomas. Anyway, he was at the game Sunday. I really hope that they let, because USFL is already having games at Canton. Just give us a fucking team if you're merging. Just give us a team. If the numbers were decent, just give us a fucking team. Give us our own team. Don't make it. I don't want that shit they've been doing. It's so weird. They wanted so badly for the teams to be named after the old USFL from 30 years ago that they won't call one of them the Canton's team, although they play in Canton. That's so fucking dumb to me. Anyway.
Okay, but you got Pittsburgh.
But they don't play in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
they play in fucking Canton, and I don't want. Yeah, well, move them to Pittsburgh. That's fine.
They're probably gonna do it. It'll be probably
have them play at one of the fucking
Blue Cross Blue Shield field or whatever.
Carnegie Mellon. Is that in Pittsburgh?
It is, but
all right, they can play on their field.
No, do Riverhound Stadium right on the fucking North Shore, dude. Like have that, or not the North Shore. It's not the South Side. Why can't I remember wherever fucking Station Square is, the fucking mall that's over there with like Joe's Crab Shack and fucking thing. Put it over because the Riverhounds play there. Convert it into a small, thing. I think that how much does Riverhound Stadium do?
I don't even know what that stadium is. I don't know what you're talking
Hold
about.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Riverhound Soccer, Riverhound Stadium. Thank you. Highmark Stadium. Right. Highmark Stadium. It's 3,500. They can sell that shits out and fucking.
That's not enough.
But they would make money. They would. Merch. Everybody.
They hope to get more than 3,500 people at those games.
Yeah. So okay. There's probably another room for 4,500. They're fine. It's the USFL, XFL, whatever they're gonna call, whatever Dwayne Johnson's gonna call this shit.
Oh, okay. Let's think about that. What are we gonna call it the new league? Okay,
I honestly just want XFL.
Between XFL, USFL. No, I think we should go the Rock Football Alliance. Yes, the
RFA. I like the RFA. The RFA is dope.
The Rock.
I have a question. How long were y'all planning on going tonight?
Till we're done.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to dip, you can dip.
Yeah, you can leave.
I mean, I have plans to meet somebody at the gym. That's all.
Oh yeah, go. Yeah, that's fine, bro.
Okay, I'll see you guys Thursday.
Absolutely, homie. Talk to you later. And there goes Pulse.
Good thing we don't pay you. I'll say that. I'm kidding, man. You do whatever you want. It'll take them off the.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Dude, this looks like paranormal activity.
It does.
We did go out to eat for my birthday. We went Friday. We went to that restaurant down in the small town of Tuscarawas. Remember we were talking about that? We looked at the menu. I like my food a lot, dude. It was real good. I'd go back there. That place is pretty solid.
What'd you
get? I got chicken
nice.
Chicken breast, and it was. I like the way it was seasoned, but I think it was at least 20% over seasoned. But still good. I still get it. Like they just went a little hard on it, but it's still pretty good. And even the mushrooms and onions and shit on it. And I don't even like red onions, but they were all good. I also had potato skins for an appetizer. We had this is a big old pretzel with beer cheese. I eat one of those all day. I fucking love
like on a pizza pan?
No, it was on a plate, but it was a big old pretzel with beer cheese and so good. And one of my sides for my my chicken was chicken Alfredo pasta. It was like a side. It was like I didn't even finish it. I took it home with me. It was great. So I would definitely be going back there. I probably order takeout sometime there too, because it's about 10 minutes from the house. Yeah, I definitely like that place, man. I definitely go back there. That's pretty cool. I'm happy we went because there's not a lot of new places that pop up around here. And usually when we go out to eat, we end up at like one of three places. Either the Mexican place, which I like, but we go there constantly. I mean, I just had takeout from there last week too.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse, which is a Texas Roadhouse, and then there's a hibachi place that's decent, but that's it. It's like those three places. So when I heard about that, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's give something else a try. And I definitely wasn't disappointed. So thank you, Old Town Tavern in Tuscarawas, Ohio, of all places.
Woo!
Yeah, tiny little town there, but and that building's been tiny little town's been there. That building's from the 1800s. There was an old restaurant there called the Canal House that was been there forever, but I never ate there. But dude, this place has two like levels of dining area, and there's a bar in each one. I'm like, that's the kind of place I like. 2 bars in one restaurant. There you go.
It's like what's the one place? Something Wild Eagle Saloon. The one downtown's a double level brewery / like bocce ball court. With giant Jenga, which is always fun for hipsters.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that in I was to some place in Columbus once, giant Jenga. Alan asked me the other day. He's like, I think it was Friday. He texted me. He's like, hey man, if I move up here, will you come hang out with me on some Fridays sometime? I'm like, yes, of course, man. I'll come every time you ask. Because he's losing, some friends. Those twin brothers are friends, and they come over a lot.
Just put you in, make it a best friend suite.
I know. I told him that too. I'm like, I'll come up whenever you want me to, man. As long as I'm not doing anything. But I'm gonna spend the night, of course. Like I'm not gonna go hang out with you, drinking and drive 45. However, that place in Westlake is about an hour 40 from me, and his place in Columbus is like an hour 55 for me, so it's not that much closer. It's about it's 100 miles, which you're 100 miles from me too, so it's not that close. But the only thing, you know what though, I hate 480. 480's always been like an annoying. I hate when I have to drive on 480.
Yeah,
so, and that's going to be part of it. There's other ways to go, and I might try different ways too. But
luckily, they've expanded it. Like they finally finished construction on the expansion of 480, so it's like
the expressway, whatever they call it. Yeah.
There's you can actually.
That's always confusing though. I always feel like I'm going to be on the wrong road in 480, and it's so flat. It's such a weird. I don't like it. I never like 480. I got pulled over on 480.
480's easy.
It is, but I don't like it.
271. You're thinking 271. I think you're talking 271.
Oh, I mean, how you get there is you go 77 to 480, and then you take that 480 exit into Westlake. I already know how to get there. So if he ends up getting that house, he hasn't looked at it yet. They're looking at it tomorrow. He's going up. So his realtor looked at it, and they did a walkthrough with the realtor on her phone, but they didn't.
Well, good. Hopefully he likes the house, and we can have a flop house to live stream pay-per-views from, and a soundproof room I'll pay for.
I was gonna say we could probably hang out in the basement and be like at least normal person volume, and no one would hear it. Probably.
Yeah.
Especially if everyone's 2 floors up, right? But man, that's a lot of house, man. That's so much. 5,000 square feet. I sent you the link, and that house is huge.
Oh, yeah. Once I looked at the outside, I'm like, that would take... I look at everything...
When I saw the aerial view of the roof, I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot of house.
When I looked at it immediately, I looked at it in pest control time. Because you have to.
Yeah.
No, it's probably a 45-minute house if you've got, bait stations on the outside, or you've got other things you got to do in the basement besides just spray. That's like a 45-minute job right there on its own. If you're not checking the attic, that adds another 15, guaranteed.
What's weird?
I hope
it's okay we're talking about this, because all this is public information.
It's on Zillow or whatever.
Yeah, all of that is. Everyone's house is on Zillow. So, but
that's why I'm being I'm not talking about it. I when I looked at it from the one photo you sent me. That's where my brain went. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's huge.
Yeah, I mean the other
I've
house.
been in enough houses like that, so I know those layouts already.
The other houses he was looking at for around the same price were not nearly that big, and I'm like, why is that one, especially Westlake, because that's like a nice
Someone
area,
committed
right?
suicide in it.
That's what I thought.
Like,
That's what I thought. But honest, and it's been on the market for over a year, and the original price, listing price, was $150,000 more than it is now. So I'm like, what's going on? That's my first thought.
someone did
Alan,
the Turkish song, Turkish song of the damned, or Turkish dance of the damned, man.
I asked him, I'm like, dude, I'm like, is it haunted?
Nah.
That was an actual question I had. The other one is it's not updated in the inside. Like everything looks like an old people live there. And I feel like whoever buys it, it's going to be like a never ending project of painting stuff, replacing cabinets. Like the whole time you're there, like one thing at a time, but like probably the whole time you live there for a long time.
Yeah, but think about it though. It's adding equity at least to the house.
Yeah.
Like you're modernizing it for what?
Oh, it will be. But if he ever leaves it, it'd be $1 million house for sure. But like anyway, even if he didn't do anything to it, but that's my thought about it. Is someone doesn't want to spend that much money in a house and then like have to do shit to it. I mean, there's nothing physically wrong with it, and the roof's brand new. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy for him because I know he wanted a big house because he, like you said, he wanted people to know. Also, he wants to have people over, and that's like a great dude. You could have 200 people in that house.
Oh, that's a party house.
That's
like
yeah, dude.
And not even like a woo kind of party house. More like nice spread. I like it.
Yeah, that's
like
an adult. That's the kind of
adult
party we have now as an adult. Yeah. But you could have 50, 60 people in that house and not be cramped.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Dude,
just
5,000 square feet is so much. The only thing that was weird is that the whole backyard is that pool area. So when
I didn't even see the pool. To be honest, like I said, I
whole
looked at
backyard
the
is
photo
concrete
and my
and the pool.
brain started working. Like it was like, oh
funny.
fuck. I'd probably have to put like traps in the fucking drop ceiling.
Who
Like
do you think he's calling if he has bats or some shit?
no, yeah. He gets the friends and family rate, which is 0. So, and Alan, I'm putting that on fucking video right goddamn now. It's gonna be forever on YouTube. You need something, you call me. That's all you need.
Will at some point.
I will.
That's a big
wherever
place.
he lives. I don't care what side of Cleveland. I will help him out with anything, and he doesn't have to worry about it because I will do it for him. And I hope my bosses aren't watching this.
That's pretty nice. Hopefully he doesn't get another skunk.
Yeah, well, that at that point, I'd tell him to just call like a pro at that point because
he has a gun. He could have done the exact same thing that guy did with the skunk himself. He has a weapon, I think. So,
I'm gonna take a leak real quick. So talk to the public.
Okay. Everyone, I apologize for like going off and talking about my friend's house. I love the guy to death, and I'm excited for him to move, even though it's not that much closer. I'm excited for him to move to Northeast Ohio. I go and see him in Columbus a lot, and he's going to be in the Cleveland area, which is cool because we can go hang out and do more Cleveland stuff together. Although he just have children, so it's one of those things that when he gets a chance to do things, and I'm excited. I'm excited for him too because he's looking at houses, and because he has a good job, he's looking at like fucking giant house. Like I never thought any of my friends would ever buy a house like that. So it's pretty sweet. I like the house he lives in now. I mean, it's a whole lot smaller than that, but it's nice. I like it. But anyway, I'm excited for him to move up there because then we can hang out in Cleveland and shit. And although Columbus is a cool city too. So, and I don't know if anyone who's paying attention to this has realized that we talk about whatever's going on in our lives, no matter what it is. So that's one thing that's happening. I'm excited for my one friend to move, kind of. So, although I was hoping he'd be a little bit closer to me, like he was about hour 55 from me. Now he's going to be an hour 40 from me, so it's not much different. I don't even know miles wise how far it is. Again, I'm well aware that in the grand scheme of things, this doesn't matter, but we're just talking about our lives. Talking about our lives. 100. All right, he lives 110 miles from me now. That other one's about 101, something like that. So it's basically the same. So, and Ray lives about 100 miles from me too. So, anyway. it's cool because we'll do more stuff in the Cleveland area, which I don't know what the next. I don't have anything planned. I don't have any concerts planned. Don't have any fights planned for sure. My buddy Andrew Lowe has been on the show 3 times at least. They're trying to find him a fight for November 18th in Millersburg, Ohio, which is deep Amish country. I do have some questions about that card. Are they going to have alcohol there? Because that's a dry county. I don't think the laws are against it because I did look up. Raymond, I was looking up the laws in Holmes County because I was curious about the next Cage Thunder card.
Is it a dry county?
Yeah, that's where the same county Berlin's in. And I was thinking, are they going to have beer there?
They're not.
Well, I don't think it's illegal. I think they're allowed. They are allowed to sell alcohol in that town till midnight.
Till midnight? Okay.
Yeah, they recently changed some of the stuff. It's
okay.
And you have to be like so far from a church, so far from a school. But I think, and I don't think they would have it there if they couldn't. Honestly, they probably make and they just sell beer.
Yeah,
and they just sell beer too. So I don't think it'd be a problem. I have to ask maybe, but like I don't think it would be a problem.
Do you know what I loved about this? And you kind of interrupted me while I was talking to somebody and was like, he's talking about wrestling, blah. But I did notice going like how long I've been going to independent pro wrestling shows.
Oh, I was just making fun of you. That's all.
I know, but
I never stopped the opportunity. Also, that guy was on my side. Because you asked him if you ever been to a local pro wrestling show, and the guy was like,
because he talked about the fucking. He talked about
his reaction
thing.
was like, "No, dude, I've never been to one of those."
That's fine. That's fine. No, because it was pretty much the same thing. Where like people stayed for their person and then fucking bolted, which always happens at like pro wrestling shows. Like always.
Sure. Yeah, and this happened in a lot of the cards I've
UFCs, like we've seen that before in crowds where like
yeah. Well, the opposite happens there. You know, people don't show up till later.
Sometimes you see empty sections and stuff while like interviews are going on at the main event. But
what was cool about that the Chaparrals is that the ceiling solo.
Yeah.
That when it gets loud, it gets fucking loud, and it's fucking cool because that place fucking rocks, and it's not a big place, but it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't that. But the genius thing they did is it shows I've been to there in the past. They didn't do this, but they put extra porta potties in the smoking area.
Yeah,
which made a big difference because they only have a couple little bathrooms. So the fact that they put porta potties was a huge deal.
Yeah, it's like 3 urinals in that fucking place.
Yeah, it was a huge deal that they did that because there was it would be insufferable lines for the restroom, and it wasn't fun. So the fact that they're like, let's just get porta potties, easy solution. Again, Cage Thunder, hats off, they did a great job.
Yeah,
with all of that. I'm really excited to see what. I'm really excited to see what they do with. Number one, this place in Millersburg is pretty big too. It's on the fairgrounds. This is a big building though, and especially with a civic center.
They got sternos now, like fire. Like,
hey, Civic Center, man, almost. I mean, you know what? If it was me, I'd look into them. I mean, I probably wouldn't get them because they probably wouldn't be cost efficient, but I would definitely look.
Hey, you know what? Take some budget. I'll throw in. If you got flamethrowers coming from the stage, or from the entranceway, I'm in. Like, let's go.
Conquest is gonna have fucking fire. We're gonna have fucking acrobats. We're gonna have
KSA level. Or KSW. What's the organization out in Poland that's got fun?
If you wouldn't have said anything, I probably would have got it right the first time. I think it's KSW, but I'm not sure. If you would have asked me before you started saying letters, I probably would have gotten it. But now I've got
KSW
confused.
Poland. All right,
dude, is Philip the Free still their heavyweight champion?
It is KSW. Okay.
Yeah. No, that would. Dude, it would be hard to like not try to do stuff like that. To be like, dude, what's fucking fun? Like one thing that was cool Bellator did is they had like a DJ, like that would like mix shit, not just like a push play DJ, but like they had she was a woman, I forget her name, but she like was mixing shit during in between fights, and it was fucking cool. Like that would be fun to do. I don't know, just kind of stuff that I would like to try if I had the money to put a show on. Obviously, I don't. But,
number
one would be take care of the fighters because that's the biggest deal. You don't have fighters, you don't have a promotion.
Agreed. That would be my number 2 priority.
Number 2, what would be number 1?
Entranceway, of course. You put off so at the next show people are like, "Fuck, that was great," and more people come. That's fighter secondary, show first.
Yeah, have fighters though. All right, Dana. All right, Vince McMahon. Obviously, you're a wrestling fan. They're independent contractors. Yeah,
they're independent contractors. I can treat them how I want. God damn it. Even though they're saying that Vince actually might be leaving the board now, like because of all the controversies that he's had in the last couple of years. Well, yeah, agreed. Like, Vince should fucking just go off into the sunset with his pencil-thin mustache.
One of those guys,
fuck off.
John Waters mustache. Some of those guys just can't do it. My favorite joke about that was John Oliver saying, he looks like someone who's going to challenge you to a balloon race around the world.
He does.
Dude, John Oliver's back.
Yeah, I saw that. So's Bill Maher. I didn't see the...
I thought they said Bill Maher crossed the picket line, but the strike's over.
Yeah, Fallon's going to be, I think, Monday, or yesterday, I think, was the first shows for all
very
fucking the parrot fucking late night shows.
While we're talking about it, you and Ray, you don't know who Tim is going to pick this week, and Seiko or a Blue Ho. I guess you'll have to wait and see. Who is Tim's hero of the week? This week's hero of the week is the Writers Guild of America. They stood tall for 5 months and they got what they wanted. And listen, I mean, as much as I was, really wanted my content back, all right, there's John Gunther. Okay.
Sorry.
As much as I wanted all my shows back, I definitely was hoping, they get what they deserved, and I'm very happy they did. As someone who writes comedy, even Ray, we both do that, although we do it for ourselves. It's not the point, but the point is, like, it's, and also have people who have worked for those, companies. Sean Lynch, he's one guy, but like, I was hoping that they would get what they deserved, and they did. So it took 5 months, which it shouldn't have fucking taken that long, but it did. But good for them. So that's why this week's hero of the week is the Writers Guild of America. You guys did it. You did it. You did it. And luckily, we had enough content for the most part to, bridge these 5 months. It's just unfortunately we missed
Loki season 2.
Right. We've missed. Now we can start writing the Bear season 3.
I need your password, Tim.
For what?
Disney.
Dude, I've been having problems with Disney Plus and Hulu. It's been very odd. I don't know what's going on. All the time, I have to change my password every week.
Okay.
Not because I'm forgetting it, because I will change it. It's fine, and then I will get kicked out for whatever reason, random reason. Sometimes that happens. Then they ask me for my password again, and then I put it in, and it's saying,
Tim?
I'm saying they're saying it's the wrong password when I know for a fact it's not the wrong password. So it's been really pissing me off lately.
I'm willing to take weekly passwords from you if I can give you $10. I'm down with it.
Oh, if you give me money, you absolutely will get the passwords.
Well, hold on. Trying to find the app.
But use your own. Oh, you have one. You have a profile on my Disney Plus.
Yeah, but I have problems with it. Like, it asked me for a birth date, and it won't accept my birth date. So
well, then try to make a new one. Try to do, because I don't want your algorithm messing up my algorithm.
Well, I'm gonna be watching nothing but fucking Loki season 2. Like, that's.
I don't want your algorithm.
And Ahsoka, even though I know I'm up to speed on Ahsoka without watching.
I'm not. Don't say anything. I don't want to watch it till it's done because I want to watch it all the way through. I'm doing the same thing with
all the spoilers.
Archer. I'm doing the same thing with Archer. I'm doing the same thing with
Archer. Yeah, I need to watch. I need to abscond with Shauna's Hulu so I can.
My brother's on my Hulu, so I don't think I can give any more Hulu out. But no, Disney Plus. I'll give you.
It came through my nose, Tim. It came through my nose.
That's funny.
Oh God.
You're right. You'll be okay. I really wish I did have an.
It burns. Oh, it burns. Oh, it burns.
Oh, hey, when's the last time you did a trip to Michigan?
least over a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the last time I did it, I went on my own.
I'm gonna say because I would like some edibles, but you know.
I mean, I can make it work if you're willing to drive up.
That's the thing, I don't want to drive up. I just want you to get them for. Well, I can drive it to your house.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I could possibly make that work.
Just get your license so we can just come to New Philly and. There's a place here. It's called Ratio, and I just can't afford my license right now. So I gotta see who else has one. But you're only allowed to buy. You're only allowed to buy so much, though. I think there's a law on how much you're allowed to buy. So.
Yeah,
I know Andrew has one, but I don't really want to bother him. Although he probably would do it because he's Andrew. But
I mean,
he's done it in the past. He sold me some of his. I mean,
we'll talk about it off the air, Tim.
He's
talk about it off the air. Don't fucking give plans away on YouTube.
He's accidentally dropped some in my yard that I that I picked up and didn't give back to him.
I fell off the truck. What do you want?
I fell off the truck. Yeah. Yeah, it fell out of his truck. But man, I like those. I'm like Tom Segura. I like tenors.
Yeah, 10 milligrams. Like 10 milligrams is good. My dad used to, somebody said this to be like 10 milligrams is enough to not cause a problem.
Oh, was your dad a partaker?
No. I'll tell you a fun story. I'm smoking a joint out in the backyard of the house we lived in Menor. And my dad was walking back to the carriage house that we had on the property that he turned into like a man cave.
I love to have a man cave.
Me for. But
out here, I guess.
But all of a sudden I see the big fucking giant that I'm living with, and I drop the joint and put it out and keep it under my foot, and he's like, "These fucking assholes are smoking weed next door. You believe that bullshit?" And fucking he just keeps walking. I'm like, I grab the joint and try and like salvage it. It was bad. Like, yeah, it was bad, bro.
That's funny.
He hated weed. Like, he was one of those fucking. Although he partook from like, he had some drunk nights where he would tell me shit. Where he was like, we called it burning. I'm like, okay. Yeah, you were like 20 and smoking weed. I get it. Like,
Days of Confused.
Yeah, for sure. No, he graduated at 75, bro. Like,
did you see that some of the guys that were the characters were based off of in Days of Confused, they used their real names. The writer used their real names, and they just sued recently.
Really?
Yeah, but it's weird that they just did it now, but because that movie came out in '93, but it was dismissed because of statute of limitations. But it's like, why did you do it now? You might have had a case in 1993.
They're probably broke.
Yeah, I guess, but still, I mean, geez.
No, they're probably
maybe when they were younger, they thought it was cool, but I don't know.
It's like the one chick from fucking that was doing the Trevor Bauer thing. It was texting her friend 50 mil and all that shit.
They have those messages
in Discovery. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. Like, what if he was 100% innocent? It's just we don't think he is because baseball hated him to begin with, and he's a weird guy.
Gave him 194 fucking game suspension.
I know.
In arbitration. Like,
I wonder what it would take for like how many of these need to be cleared up for Major League Baseball team to be like, we'll take a chance on him. We'll give him a go. He's pitching very well in Japan, last I heard, because of course he is.
Yeah.
He's good. I mean, I tell Alan all the time, he's like, oh, we'll go on a trip sometime like Japan. That's 100% number one on my list.
Me too, actually.
Is it?
Around a certain date, though. January 4th.
Is that wrestling? Some wrestling thing?
It's basically Japan's WrestleMania at the Tokyo Dome. Okay. Where like Pride would do fights and stuff like that.
I would love to see a Ryzen event or one of those promotions, even a smaller promotion. And I want to see a baseball game, and do karaoke. Like those are my fights, baseball, karaoke. Those are my three favorite things. Japan, those are like the three biggest things in that country.
I would want to go to Akihabara too.
Maybe I should start to learn a little Japanese.
Do you know what Akihabara is? It's Akihabara is Japanese for electric town. Okay. So it's basically wall to wall, building to building, video games, electronics. Like
that's cool.
It's a district in Tokyo that I would absolutely die to like walk into like the Nintendo store at Akihabara and be like, yeah, like I would be such a fucking baby throughout Akihabara.
Do you get nostalgic thinking about, like I do, back in the day when we were kids, going to like a Toys R Us or one of the stores and going to the video game aisle and just seeing all the bright colors? Because back then everything was just like bright.
Oh yeah,
Nintendo logo, Sega, and everything was just bright colors and all the like. I just feel like the
gaming addiction started with Toys R Us. That's where it all fucking started.
They're bringing Toys R Us back.
I've heard that for years. And
I just heard now they're building brick and mortar stores.
Fucking paperwork and everything.
I believe so. They're building brick and mortar stores. So
okay, cool. Maybe they can fucking fill the one in Menor again,
which is
that
cool.
Was a fucking
but anytime I see like
Spirit Halloween,
when I see someone who has like a video game room where they like pump it full of like the old stuff, and it's like number one, it's the bright colors that gets me, because the bright red, the bright blue Sega, right? All those were all bright, and like that just makes me. Like right now, just thinking about it, I'm getting that warm feeling, which I'm not. Really, all I'm thinking about is just fucking being a kid. Really, it's not.
I can tell you,
because the video game part, I'm thinking about buying a Sega from Facebook Marketplace, because I saw somebody close has a Sega for like $50 with some games, and that seems like a decent enough price.
I can tell you where my video game addiction reached critical mass. Because we had a Hollywood Video by our house.
We had one too.
And it had attached to it Hollywood Video's version of GameStop, which was Game Crazy.
Game Crazy, yeah.
And I would literally like a 5-minute bike ride from my house. I could go be a degenerate all day and kind of like look at movies I couldn't rent or because I didn't have the money, but Game Crazy was dope because that's where I got competitive in gaming, because they would have tournaments on the reg for different things that you would play, like for Fight Night Round 3 when they had like the hyper. I did a few Madden tournaments.
They had Madden leagues. I remember that. You came in and played in the league.
Yeah,
that'd still be fun. Let's do that.
I wish like GameStop would do shit like that. Like create your own fucking game league, bro. But that's when my addiction was like really high, because I'd go into Game Crazy and get like Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal for like $15 because I had $15 to spend, and then return it for store credit and buy something else. They were the perfect place for like money laundering on a level I've never seen in my life. Like Game Crazy did not give a shit. They would fucking accept whatever. I actually, sadly, my Xbox 360, R.I.P. to that thing, red ringed, and I bought it non-warranty from fucking Game Crazy. It was a pawn shop. Like, it was a video game pawn shop, and I loved that place, man. It was one of my favorite places to go in the world was Game Crazy, because I'm like, I can play fucking video games all day. Cool.
Well, one time, one of my I think my cousin or one of my step cousin, he's playing NCAA football game with me on one of the PlayStations, maybe PS2, and he pulled the PlayStation off of the table or something, and it like anyway, it fucked the disc up.
Yeah, the disc reader. Yeah.
Well, not the disc reader, just the disc itself, which was strange. Yeah, the disc didn't work, but every other game worked fine. So his mother got me another copy. But anyway, I sold both of them to Game Crazy. Knowing that the one did not work.
Oh, I guarantee you I committed fraud at least 4 or 5 times at a Game Crazy years ago. Like when I was like 12.
They ripping everybody off too, though, so.
Oh, it was a lot of overpriced shit. Don't get me wrong. But like when they had a deal, you were like, "Oh, this is a fucking they're really doing a deal right now." And I bought like I want to say at least a good amount of the games when the games were going out, like when they were going out of business completely. I bought like 15 or 16 games for like 20 or $30 that I really liked.
I got nostalgic about Sega in 2020 when the pandemic was happening. I decided I was going to get one of those minis.
Sega minis?
Yeah. But I got the first one they came out with because that one played cartridges as well.
Yeah.
Although I found out very quickly that it's pretty shitty. Like there's a reason they didn't do it after that because like they don't play well. It's all don't play. But I basically did it because I wanted to play one game.
What's that game?
That I remember playing from my childhood. Tiny Toons Sports. It was like
dude, I know exactly what game you're talking about. I owned it. I loved it, and I loved Tiny Toons.
Dude, I remember that game, and I'm like, dude, I want to fuck him. And so I went and I got that, and I had to find. I paid $20 for it. I had to find a copy of it online, and I did. I have a copy of it. It's upstairs. But it stopped fitting in my. So I need a new Sega, an actual Sega, so I can fucking play it again because it's fucking fun. I love that game.
We need to figure out if we can like stream this on like YouTube. But I would love to play you in that game and stream us just shit talking the entire time. That would be fun.
Found out the basketball's hard.
Yeah.
Soccer's easy. The basketball, like you gotta hit all your shots, even against a computer. You gotta hit all your shots, or you're gonna get blown out. If you like, it's when I started, I'm like, well, the soccer's different. Like the soccer, you can play a difficult level up or whatever, but like the basketball, it's much harder. It's crazy how much harder the basketball is than the soccer.
Yeah, I haven't played that.
You have to score
in years.
Constant. I know. That's why I'm like, dude, this is the one game I remember. I want to do that and NBA Jam. But the copy of NBA Jam that I bought from the exchange never worked, and I never took it back. So I have like a defunct copy of NBA Jam upstairs.
Take it back to the exchange; they'll pay for it.
It's been 3 years. I mean, they'll buy it back, maybe. They won't give me my money back for it, which I probably paid like $20 for that too. But yeah, on eBay, I had to because number one, I had to figure out what the game was called, and I'm like, didn't remember exactly. I'm like, the Tiny Toons, fucking basketball, and I found it, and I found one on eBay, and I think it was eBay or something. I bought it, and it didn't come with a box.
Tiny Toons games growing up, like because that's the
But it was
show.
satisfying though. I will say it was satisfying when I played it. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is what I was hoping it would be. It was fun.
That show turned me on to one of my top 10 bands of all time, and luckily I've gotten to see them twice.
It might be Giants. Who?
Fuck yeah! I've actually gotten the privilege. I went with Logan Rashaw once, and we were like really close to the band. It was fucking fun, dude. Like I love that band, and Tiny Toons turned me on to like a different kind of music. In They Might Be Giants. Like I don't
remember. I do remember that Istanbul. I remember that, and I don't.
Particle Man, the wrestling video.
I don't.
It was when he had it was like pro wrestling, and he was like fighting other guys in tights, and then runs away, and they're all chasing him and shit. One guy had a mask on.
Yeah, I don't remember elements of the cartoon, but I definitely remember that game, and it was like it. I don't know how much money I spent like to play this game overall, a lot. But it was worth it when I did. But it definitely bummed out when it stopped working. But I hope it's not the cartridge, that it's just the system because I want to play it again. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
But actually, right here, I don't know why it's still in the basement. That fucking giant ass fucking tube TV. I'm gonna hook the normal Sega to that thing.
Yeah, the red, green, and white, man.
Right.
Just toss that in.
I don't have the money, but I said somebody close to here that I can go pick it up had like a Sega for like $60 for some games.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, I might do that, man. If it works, it better fucking work.
And
look at the first generation. They have like the later generation ones too. I trust more because they were newer technology. But dude, remember that second Sega that came out after the Genesis? What was it called? That's the Dreamcast. There was one after that. In between them.
Oh,
in between.
Wasn't the Mega Drive?
Let me look. Yeah, because it was after Genesis and before Gamecast.
Saturn.
Yes.
Sega Saturn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That thing was so fucking weird, dude. Like, it had really cool graphics.
Sega Saturn.
And,
yeah, here it is.
Like, really good shit, but
Dude,
like...
I still have a Game Gear, by the way. I don't think it works, but I have it, yeah. I used to...
Put batteries in it. See if it does.
Yeah, maybe. No, you know what? I don't know if the batteries will...
Do you imagine the price of game you'd have to fucking pay now?
Oh, I still have a couple I still have games. I have a couple
you?
Game Gear games, yeah.
Yeah, put some batteries in it. See how long 15 fucking Duracell long lastings go now in that thing.
The first thing I found refurbished Sega portable Sega Game Gear refurbished on Amazon. How much you think?
I'm gonna say between $500-$600.
No, it's $250. Still,
Really?
yeah. But I don't know.
That's pretty good. That's a good chunk of change.
Well, I never use batteries in mine because there's another option where you can plug it in with the cord.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah.
So maybe that will work with that if I found the cord. I definitely know where it is. I just don't know if it. I think it's just fucking dead at this point. But I still have it.
Try.
Give it a go. Like I said, I still have games. The one I played the most was I don't know if it was Madden. I think it was Madden. And it was like 6-on-6. It was funny. It was fun though. But yeah,
I thought that was basketball.
Yep, I know you do. Yeah, I never had a Saturn.
Callback, Tim. Called a callback.
Yes, it is. I never had a Saturn because I went to PlayStation after Genesis.
Yeah, me too. I had a PS1. One of those ones with like a fucking portable screen shit.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, I had that one, and then I had a PlayStation 2, and it had a disc read error to it, so like it grinded up a lot of my games for a hot minute. But we got a second one, and I was able to actually like do shit. And
I have a late generation, like the re-release small PS2s that I bought like in 2008.
Yeah.
I have one of those upstairs, and I have my PS3. I had two different PS3s because one got stolen, and so I had another one, and I have the PS4 now. So
yeah, I have the 360 or the One X that I have upstairs.
I was never into Xbox. I tried it, but I was never into it.
And I got into Xbox.
Nintendo games are fun because Nintendo. Oh, you give me all right. Fuck.
I paid the annual for Switch. I did. When I had a Nintendo Switch for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And it kind of lost its fucking luster after
my niece
a while.
plays Switch a lot. She's plays Switch. Yeah. And Wii was my mother bought a Wii like for herself to like she like play with it like she had people over, she'd like fuck with the Wii. But now my brother has it and the kids play it. They still play the Wii sometimes. But no, the Switch is not bad. GameCube, 64 GameCube, those are fun. I never had them. My friends had them, but they were fun they're the best party games, like the Mario Party, Mario Kart. Mario Kart's still the shit.
Mario Kart 8 online was fucking wild. Online?
I feel like that would make me angry more than anything.
It definitely made me fucking pissed on a regular basis.
I like playing with children on Mario Kart.
Like, at least in GTA, when I do the races, which, did I tell you I got labeled a bad sport in GTA Online, and I never blew a single person up that didn't deserve it?
That didn't deserve it.
Yeah, because if you're being a fucking cockstain and, like, just knocking people's tires out from underneath them and all that shit, like, you're an asshole. Like, fuck you. But, like, because I left a few races without fucking, like, doing proper things, I got put in fucking GTA jail for 2 days. 2 days! Tim, 2 days! Which, by the way, again, Xbox, fuck you. Microsoft, fuck you.
This is a racing game that I want to try, mainly because it has the course, like inch for inch
Legos and
or
stuff.
whatever.
Forza?
No, Isle of Man. Yeah, have you ever heard of the Isle of Man race? Is that one in Wales? That's I think it's been over 30 years since they ran it. A year when someone hasn't died.
Is
People
that the
die every year.
downhill?
No, it's just a crazy course, and a lot of them's like small roads, and it should not be. You should not be driving it at 100 miles an hour, but people do it. It's a motorcycle race, but there's a video game that has the course inch for inch, and they have a couple. This is the third version. Isle of Man 3, right on the edge, $30.
Wow.
I kind of. It sounds fun. I need a new game. Thing is, I do have a new game. I've had it a couple years. I have the second South Park game, but I haven't started. I started playing it, but I haven't got into it really.
That's Fractured But Whole, right?
Yeah, I put the first one, Stick of Truth. The new one's coming out next year. It's different though. It's gonna be like 3D and it's gonna be like multiplayer and shit. It's gonna be a lot different than these. These are like RPGs.
It's gonna be an MMO. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy a fucking Xbox One for this.
Yeah, but I always love the graphics, but it looked like those old like PS1 like Simpsons.
Yeah,
Family
no,
Guy
it's
games.
like or World of Warcraft. Like they're trying to do the World of Warcraft
a
episode,
little bit. But
the first create their own.
Yeah, the first two look like the show though. It's just kind of cool. It looks just like the show. Looks like you're playing in the show. The Stick of Truth was so fun that I had to buy Fractured But Whole right away. But I started playing it. It was a little different. I haven't got the whole. I didn't get the hang of it yet, and I haven't played it. So
once you get to the higher level in Fractured But Whole, I want you to go and fight Morgan Freeman. Because he's a special boss and he runs a taco stand in the game.
Why are you spoiling it for me?
I'm not. It's a secret boss. It's not like it's a
really?
storyline.
I'm not spoiling the secret boss for you. That sounds like you're spoiling.
It's hilarious, actually. I watched the whole fucking thing on YouTube. It's quite fun.
Yeah. I mean, in the first one, Stick of Truth, you have to do a mission in Mr. Slave's asshole, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
And it's awesome.
Let me winks.
Yeah. But, but also, because that's the kind of gamer I just want to, like, go through it, have fun. I put it on the easiest setting possible, the casual setting, because that's, I'm not trying to fucking get frustrated by this game. I'm trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And also, I have my phone on me at all times for fucking walkthroughs because I don't want to fuck with it. If I can't figure it out, I'm not going to spend all day trying to figure it out.
All right. Do you know how many games I've done for walkthroughs where it's like,
imagine back in the day, it used to be a fucking job. And Nintendo, you fucking call somebody at midnight, being like, "What's up, bro? Hey, man. So I'm stuck."
Do you know how many? Like, I probably killed 70 trees as a kid, printing out cheat codes, walkthroughs.
What was that fucking cheat code site I used to use? What was it called?
Fuck you.
It's gonna drive me
nuts.
Fuck
you. I know exactly what website you're talking about. It had A through fucking Z. Every cheat code for every fucking game. Fuck. Why? Why this fucking thing? I printed out so many cheat codes and so many like walkthroughs to get secret characters and all this shit. Fuck. It's like Kenny's Crib. Do you remember Kenny's Crib?
No.
You'll love this, Tim. It goes back to wrestling. Kenny's Crib took pro wrestling characters and turned them into South Park characters. Like, so you'd have the Sandman or Joel Gertner. It wasn't games, but what was the fucking website called, Tim?
It wasn't Super Cheats, was it? I don't think so.
No, it was Game something. It was, I know exactly what you're talking about. Fuck. So many times I would print out pages from that website.
GameSpot?
No, GameSpot was more of like reviews and social media and shit. Fuck. Hold on. Video game.
I don't know. I'm trying to look for it too, and
Cheats.
I don't know. It's not giving me what
Sites.
I want here. Because I feel like if I see it, I'll fucking remember, but I don't see it.
Cheatcodes.com?
I don't think that was it either.
Best video game cheat websites. Game or IGN, GameFAQs, GameStop, or GameSpot.
Maybe we won't even know. Maybe we won't even know it.
Game Target, Cheat CC, Super Cheats.
Yeah, I'm looking all these, but I don't.
Game Revolution I did for a while. Cheatcodes.com, which was oneup.com. Game Winners! GameWinners.com! That's the fucking site I would use as a kid.
Might
was
be it.
GameWinners.com. As soon as I saw that website, I had flashbacks, Tim Denko. Holy shit. GameWinners.com. That was my fucking site for like PlayStation 2 shit. That's how I had GTA San Andreas and like Vice City codes.
Dude,
GameWinners.com.
Yeah, you're right. It was GameWinners.com.
It was GameWinners.com.
It was absolutely GameWinners. and apparently it was up from 95 to 2017.
Fuck yeah, it was, baby. It was that. I spent so many printer paper shit at like school, printing out fucking cheat codes, the games, and
That's funny. That was definitely GameWinners.com.
GameWinners.com, baby.
That's
Oh
funny.
my god, dude! Like,
Hey, we figured it out.
for the first time on this show, we figured something out. Holy shit! Oh, that's gonna be. Yeah, that's the 2-minute clip that we're putting at the beginning of the show on next Tuesday.
GameWinners.com.
GameWinners.com. Fuck, GameWin. Hold on, I'm having like panic attacks right now thinking about all the cheat codes I had from that fucking thing. I go in A through Z in every game,
Dude,
even like
Triple Play Baseball. Remember that? Triple Play Baseball, I think 99 or 2000. There was like a code for you to get like this wacky, crazy team that like the developers made with like characters that always hit home runs. There was a guy with a giant bat, like a 30-foot bat, that if you bunted it hit a home run.
Yeah.
And the guy who was like insanely fast. It was funny.
The NHL tried to do like an NHL Blitz kind of fucking thing on the PlayStation 1, and I had every cheat code for that you could possibly have. Like I said, I would go itemize. Like I would take screen caps at times just to like be able to print these things out, so I had an upper advantage on the computer of whatever game I was fucking playing, dude. Like, Game Winners. Like, oh my god, my mind is now like fucking firing on like some kind of nostalgia level that I've not felt in a while. Oh.
Did you just come?
A little bit, yeah.
Just, okay.
Spending like 30 cents a fucking copy at the local library to fucking get like the Call of Duty Call of Duty Pacific fucking cheats that were on there, and just itemized list. Sometimes they wouldn't work. Sometimes you're like, go fuck yourself, Game Winners. This didn't fucking work, and you're like, no.
Yeah, because I feel like anyone could put shit on there. Right? It's like a forum.
Oh, so good. So fucking good, Tim. So good, Game Winners.
That's funny because it definitely was Game Winners.
Everybody used GameWinners.com. Everybody. Like anybody I knew immediately were like, oh, did you see the new cheat on Game Winners? No. What is it? All right, let's use it. Bam.
Right. And
$1 million.
I didn't always have a lot for the games I play because I'm still only played sports games, so I didn't have a lot, but there was a few.
Oh, so good. So
the one I remember is that triple play team.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't remember. Like there was some. I know I got definitely the GTA PlayStation 2 series off of that, where I would play the like trilogy that was on PlayStation 2.
Oh, Ready to
with
Rumble.
cheats.
That's what
Ready
I
to
mean.
Rumble boxing.
Yeah, because they had a bunch of crazy characters and shit. Oh, they had Michael Buffer, right? Who else did they have? They had a snowman, a literal snowman.
Speaking of, I don't know if it's a troll or not, but Bruce Buffer put on his Facebook page a UFC 5 picture of Bruce Buffer in UFC 5. For it. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Right, he's been in games before.
He has.
Yeah, so probably.
He was a UFC Throwdown. Actually, as him and Big John were like the unlockable characters in career mode.
Yeah, they had him. He's been so probably true.
Sweet.
This is the unlockable characters I want. I want Sean Shelby. I want Adelaide Bird. I want
Adelaide Bird.
all her stats are 0.
She gives up
but,
to she taps
but
out
always
to a
wins
fucking leg kick.
If she gets through 3 rounds, she wins no matter what she did.
Yes. 29-28, 29-28, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Adelaide Bird. That would be funny.
Unreliable Adelaide. I don't just want that.
Unreliable is an understatement.
Yeah. Asinine. What else? Oh, Jason Mayhem Miller. That's who I want as an unlockable character.
He was in UFC. I know he was in UFC EA. Or not EA. He was in MMA, yeah.
That game still was one of the best ones. I mean, the last one's probably better than that, but they were better than the UFC games for a minute there.
And it was only one game. Think about that.
Well, it just made sense that you flip the joystick, you throw a jab. That makes sense. Easy. All right. I think it's about that time.
All right, boys and girls. We are tired as fuck. We will talk about the Bobby Green and Grant Dawson fight on Thursday and anything else.
The show's probably garbage. I feel like it was.
You know what? It could be, but who knows? And as always, everybody, we'll see you at the Kumite, fam.
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty is too much. That's all I know. This is all anyone knows of that song, I think.